Yo, what's up, Knights of X? Welcome to a roster review live stream. Very, out of the blue. I didn't give much warning to it, but I had time today, and I was like, you know what, let's get through some roster reviews. So, welcome to all the Knights of X that are in the stream. Thank you to everyone who's in chat. Hopefully we get to some pretty good reviews today. We got a bunch of familiar names. We got Caleb, we got Dash, Superman, Swoga Gameplay, Pro Waffle, Mikey Mike, Jacob, Interceptor, and Steve. Welcome everyone to the roster review stream. Let's see. Just going over some of the comments. Sometimes it shows up on different screens. Pro Waffle said, finally had Sanjita.
Donation.
Hey, Superman. Thank you, brother. $10 super chat from Superman. Your last round was like mine, lol. Yeah, I mean, everyone has those bad rounds. I had a horrible third round. Just terrible. Everything went wrong. But you still have to post those videos because at the end of the day, everyone has videos like that or has Grand Arenas like that. You just have to post the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that was a really ugly Grand Arena for me. But just, it happens to everyone. So, makes me feel better that I'm not the only one. But I guess it happens to everyone. But thank you so much for the $10 super chat, Superman. Starting out the stream, great. But Pro Waffle was saying, had Sanjita review me. I need someone to do a deep dive. I was told it looks just good and I spend a lot of money. Oh, okay. Well, if we have some time, Pro Waffle, then we see what we can do. Alright, I think I'm all caught up with the chat on the other screen, so we're going to go here. We have Interceptor. Hey, Vex, I like you to look at my roster relic levels and tell me if some characters are too low for their purpose. Thanks. Alright, I gotcha. Well, crap, we was sure we were in the same bracket, but it was not the case. Oh, damn, I guess we were kind of close. Got Tony and Tadano. What's going on, guys? Welcome. Big Poppy Vex. That's what I'm talking about. We got Zaber. Vex, I would love to know your philosophy on when a roster should consider going for Pirate King Hondo Anaka. That's a great question, honestly. I think until all the requirements are out, it's a little too early to say because we have to see how good he is. We have to see if it's worth over Ahsoka. Preliminary, it seems like he would be because of his exclusive event. But it all depends on where you are in the game and how these last set of requirements go. Because once they become all free to play, they might be, you know, very accessible. I don't think there's a crazy amount of Relic 9s yet. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's too early for me to say. I don't want to give any bad advice until we see the full picture of him. But hopefully he's better than Ahsoka. Sunray, in case you hadn't put 2 and 2 together. No, I got you. I had a feeling it was you. I had a feeling. We were close. We were close. Absolutely. Rusty says, as a viewer, I learned just as much, if not more, from a loss than a win. So, I'm happy you post those. Oh, that makes me feel better. That makes me feel better. Because, you know, obviously when you're recording, guys, it's like, it's going horrible. And you're like, oh my god, am I even going to post this? And then I'm like, I tell myself, like, what's wrong with you? Of course you are. Like, everyone has bad Grand Arenas. It wouldn't be fair if I did, if I posted all the wins. So, you guys are going to see the great, the bad, and the ugly all the time. Made it to Kyber 2 first place. Let's back are kind of nervous. Nice. That's sick. Congrats. Kirikol, what's going on, brother? Welcome. Good to see you, bro. 2 Relic 9 so far, Hondo and Gas. Okay, alright, there's 2 Relic 9s. I gotcha. Would really like a review to see what you think I should be focusing on right now. So glad I found your channel. Made the last Paths of Conquest very, very easy. That makes me very happy, Michael. Thank you so much for supporting me. So, absolutely get it. We got Slasher. What's going on, dude? Tadana, what are the rules for roster reviews? Remember, get priority? Yeah, so, the way we're going to have it is that channel members will get priority in the reviews. If you guys donate to the stream, you will get a priority review as well. Getting a little bit up there with, like, the timing, so it's kind of hard to get to everyone, but anyone who's a channel member will get priority. And anyone that donates to the stream will also get priority. At least you didn't blow your message like Sanjita did. That was hysterical. Oh my god. I did catch his stream today. He lost his mind. Cause someone messaged me saying like, hey, have you seen Sajita's video about Saw? And I was like, no, I haven't. So on my commute home, I watched the whole video. I've never seen him get mad like that. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of laughing. It was just like, I felt bad for him in the moment, but he was hysterical. If you guys haven't watched Sanjita's video today, he has some pretty funny rage. Yo, El Poppy, what's going on, brother? Sanjita was losing his marbles over Saul Luthen. Oh, yeah. Okay, who wants to become a member? Who wants to become a member? Well, right now we have a bunch of members in the chat, so you guys let me know who wants a review. We got Superman, we have El Poppy, Tadana, we have Tony, Mikey Mike, Swoga Gameplay, Kirical, all channel members, so you guys let me know. We got White Tech. Hey, what's going on, brother? If you guys aren't aware, I do have a roster review section in my Discord for if you guys want to post a little bit more in-depth of what you guys want me to look at. But I'm going to start to set a timer on the reviews so I can kind of get to them as, not quickly, but I want to just make sure we go at a decent pace. So I'm going to set 10 minutes per review. That's kind of what I'm going to try to go for. Jacob, you are still in the queue, my dude. Yep, I have it from last time. Still in the queue. What headset do you have? That's a good question. I forgot the name. I want you to join me. I have to say. Oh, wait a minute. Tadana with the 10 gifted members. Absolute legend, Tadana. Thank you so much.
Excellent donation.
And Dovecake with the Vexcellent donation. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Guys, we're starting out the stream really, really well. Huge shout out to both Superman, Tadana, and Dovecake for the super generous donation. Looks like we got some members now. So, whoever wants a review, let me know. Congrats to all the new members. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We got Darth Venom, and we got Matthew Anderson. Good evening. What's going on?
Excellent donation.
And another $10 super chat from Tadana. That should keep you busy today. I will be very busy because of you. Thank you so much. Absolute legend. Excellent donation is wild. Yeah, I had someone convince me to do that. Still on the fence about it, but I think it's kind of funny. How does one sign up for a review? So if you join my Discord, there's a roster review section, and then I put you on a queue. You guys let me know in chat if you guys want a review as well, and I'll put you on the list. Channel members get priority, and people that donate get priority as well.
I want you to join me.
Wow, we just got Auror becoming a member at the Lord tier. Thank you so much. Guys, that is massive. That is the highest membership you can, one of the highest memberships you can get on this channel. Thank you so much. Extremely, extremely generous. That's amazing. All right, I think we're gonna do pretty good. We got like a nice queue going. So we have Mikey Mike. I need to figure out what to focus on next after I'm finished with Darkside Clones. Well, Mikey Mike, you are a channel member. You're absolutely going to be getting one today. So let's go ahead and start the member queue. We got Mikey Mike. Any other members, just let me know it. Post your ally code and I'll get you up and running. I think it's funny enough to stay. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. Oh, yeah, you heard Jacob. You guys know the deal. If no one wants a roster review, I remodded my whole roster, lowered the characters. I don't use to boost my main teams. It looks crazy. Good for me, at least. Nice. What type of lightsaber is that? This is a double-bladed lightsaber. It's, I have it on a lightsaber stand so it doesn't fall, because one stream it did fall. I think one end is Revan, and the other end is like a Sith interceptor. It's on, Ultra Sabers. I got it a while ago for the setup. Only need a few more relic levels for profundity, farming Leviathan chips in the background. Okay, cool. We'll definitely take a look at yours first, Mikey Mike. What's up after the first round? I have 3840 still chasing on you. You are close. I think you're getting pretty close to me. Let's head into game. I'm going to show you guys really quickly where I'm at. On this account, we're still in Kyber 1. I think my account is 3-8 something now because I lost the last two. I'm 1 and 2 for the season. 3859, and you're right there. You are right there. We could get matched up soon. That's sick. Not a member, but I'll take a review if it allows it. I got you, Rusty. I'm gonna put your name in the non-member queue and see how we can do. And I'm gonna get your ally code. Mikey Mike, if you could post your ally code for me, brother. I don't think I have it off the last time, and I'll get you up and running. Actually, I might have it. Let me see. Mikey Mike. I don't think I see it. If you don't mind, if you could post it one more time, I will definitely get it up and running. Can I get one too? That'd be awesome. Of course, we have... You'll be next, Auror. Absolutely. So we got Mikey Mike, and then we got Auror second. Michael Murphy sent in Discord. Okay, let me double check. Are you MJM? Would that be your Discord name? Michael? Okay. Gonna have my phone in the background because I'm gonna set a timer because I don't want to go too long with certain reviews, so we're just smart.
Excellent donation.
We have Shadow with the Vexcellent donation. Vex, oh my god, Sekiro is getting an anime. It looks so good. Also, can I get a review? Shadow, what is going on, brother? Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I didn't even see that. That's sick. Cannot believe that's getting an anime. Where's that getting released? Is that like Netflix or something? And absolutely you can get a roster review. Okay, and then we're going to get Shadow next. We got Auror's ally code. Awesome. But Shadow, thank you again. I appreciate it.
Excellent donation.
We got Slasher with the $5 super chat. Time to check my fastest characters. Slasher, you are on the list. We'll absolutely be getting to you as well. And I will definitely check out your fastest characters. Okay. Alright, awesome. Thank you guys again. Absolutely appreciate it. I'll take one from my brand new free-to-play account if no one else is next. If we get to some time. I have to look at your GC and adapt to your score. Oh man, we're getting close to matching though. And we got Dovecake, who donated earlier, going to get a review as well. Putting you on the list. Plus Silksong news soon. Nice. Fairly happy with the roster itself, but we'll be happy to get a quick check and see if there's any other obvious issues. Absolutely. We'll take a look. Alright, we got a good solid list right now, so we're going to start with Mikey Mike because he jumped to the plate first. And I'm going to do 10 minutes per review. And I'm going to have the clock set on my phone here, so I have the timer. So, reviews are going to start now, guys. First up, Mikey Mike. Longtime channel member, great supporter of this channel. I appreciate you, brother. I can't tell, but it looks like you're in a new guild from last time. I could be not remembering that, but it looks like you're in a new guild. I hope everything's going well. You passed the 10 million galactic power mark. That is great. Absolutely great. Looks like the only 2 GLs you are missing are... You're missing Ahsoka, and who's the other one? Who's the other GL you're missing? I'm having a blank here. Kenobi, Lord Vader, JML, Rey. Who are you missing? Anyway, we'll get to it. Definitely Ahsoka. Okay, you want to worry about what's next. Well, let's see from the obvious what you're missing. Alright, nothing crazy. I honestly think that Balin should be on the horizon. He's a phenomenal character. Like, absolutely insane. So, I'd rather work on Balin than work on Ahsoka, because with Balin, you're getting a powerhouse of a team with great mothers, and that alone is a GL killer. Absolutely crazy. So, just looking at the bottom half, I still see Malicos as 1. This hurts my soul, but I think I understand why. I think your Seer is not up and running. I want to take a look at your unaligned Force users quick. Where's your Seer? Your Seer is up and running. But you don't have your Kalat relics. Okay. Malicos is so freaking good of a character. He's a huge game changer for Grand Arena. I love him. I love him a lot. He's definitely one of my favorite characters in this game. So you have Seer. Trying to see if you can complete the team, at least in 3v3. If you got Malicos up and running, you can have a 3v3 team. You can have Seer, Starkiller, Malicos, so that's perfect. In 5v5, if you didn't feel like building up, like, Cal to relics, these two, Shin and Marok, are considered unaligned Force users. So, if you gear up Malicos and you go for Balin next, you could slot these characters into a Seer team. I used to do it prior to Balin. Not, obviously, the greatest synergy, but it does work. She actually hits pretty hard. But I do think if you're looking for a impactful change for Grand Arena, absolutely love Malicos. Just so freaking good. Like, his Omicrons are game changing. Him with Starkiller creates Vegeta, which is a powerhouse of a team. I can't stress enough how much I love Malicos. And I don't know if you guys are like seeing some crazy big plays with like some players. I've seen players slot in Malicos with a Balin team and make it a full unaligned Force user team with the synergy, and it's actually disgusting. So there's like weird synergies you can do with it. So obviously, now that you have Seer up and running, I would recommend Malicos and an Omicron over here. It's just huge, huge, huge for Grand Arena. I always love pushing that on players. Now, I know you said you were working on finishing Profundity, a couple relic levels away. Who are you missing? Who am I not seeing? Oh, Leia. It's Leia that you're missing. Okay. Leia's huge. I mean, that's another very powerful galactic legend to have. Probably, in my opinion, the best to have in the game because of her offensive and defensive viability. Just very, very strong. But in terms of projects, I can't advocate for going for Ahsoka because she's such a long grind and so expensive. So if you're worried about, like, GL order, I would 100% prioritize Leia over Ahsoka at the moment. Like, not even up for debate. Ahsoka just... Is she good? Yeah, she's a GL. She's good. She has a ton of counters on defense, and her resource value is so expensive to obtain that it's just not, in my opinion, worth it at the moment. Obviously, if you have Ezra, which I think you have Ezra. Do you have Ezra? Are you close to Ezra? You don't have Ezra at the moment, so don't even have to worry about Ahsoka. Not even up for debate. Like, you don't even have Ezra unlocked. So, down here, let's see how close you are to Queen Amidala. Because I saw the Poncho Bros were at gear 12. Queen, where is Queen? Alright, no Queen Amidala yet. So, I'd say once you get Queen Amidala up and running, Poncho Bros, absolutely. Assault Battle, game-changing for Grand Arena, great in Conquest, great Can't even talk. Great in TW. Just really good in every game mode. Good in TB. So, once you get Queen up and running, I highly recommend getting these guys up and running. The Assault Battle is just a game changer for your roster, and always, it's just great value. You're going to get Chirotech, you're going to get, the Droid Brains. Very, very good. At a minimum, Relic 7. Alright, just catching up with chat. We got El Poppy in the queue as well. No brainer. I got you, El Poppy. What else did I miss? Wishy Washy. Did I miss that? Let me see. I'll get you in the non-member queue, Wishy Washy. Okay. Nooch says 5 minutes. That's crazy. How much to skip the line for review? Anyone that donates can get on the queue. Hideaken Armslayer. Why has he got so many accounts, OE? Who? Alright, let's see. Where am I catching up? The Poncho Bros broke the mold to be good in every game mode. They are great in every game mode. Great value. Even if you don't have Queen Amidala up and running, the Assault Battle value is just insane. The Chirotech, all of it. But me personally, let's see where you are with ships, because I wanted to see the ship farm. Okay. So, Profundity, you said you're close. A couple relic levels away. Your Sith fleet is obviously going to take a little bit of time. You already have Dagger at Relic 5. Leviathan needs to be talked about a little bit. You already have Fury Class Interceptor up and running. So, obviously, Leviathan is the best fleet in the game. If you look at your Kyber rank, you're currently Kyber 3, which is really good. There's going to be a certain point in Kyber where not having Leviathan is going to cause issues, especially in the Kyber 2, Kyber 1 range. So, I know it's a huge grind, but I'd say for you, once you get Profundity up and running, that's technically your next GL level ship. Go and work on another GL for your characters, like Leia. I would finish Leia. If you didn't feel like going for Leia, I really think Balin is great value. What he brings in his requirements, you get Great Mothers and you get Morgan, which is huge. Absolutely huge. If you go to your Night Sisters, you don't even need these two. I've had reports of players telling me, hey Vex, I was able to beat Ahsoka even without Night Trooper and Death Trooper Peridia. So, if you have a high relic spirit, first of all, it's going to work in 3v3. So that's always something you have to consider. Being able to take out Ahsoka in 3v3 with Great Mothers, Morgan, and Spirit is huge. Absolutely huge. So I'm always going to advocate for the Balin farm because of just what his requirements bring. It's so good. Thrawn is probably already up at Relic 6, so that's one Relic level right then and there. But I truly think you're missing out on a phenomenal team without Great Mothers. They're just so good. So, I definitely want that on the horizon for you. Ahsoka, like I said, wait. The Pirates are going to take some time. They're not really free to play at the moment, so I would say avoid Pirates for now until they're free to play. You can obviously farm other stuff while you're, doing that. So, what I'm recommending is, once you're done with Profundity, start working on either Leia or Balin. Game changer. Absolute game changer for Grand Arena. As soon as you're done with those farms, start slowly working on Leviathan. That'll make the big jump for you from Kyber 3 to Kyber 1. I know a lot of players that are, able to get to Kyber 1 with not all the GLs, and they have all the GL ships. So, having that GL ship is big. Unless you wanted to go full out on offense and not rely on ships for Grand Arena, you're putting yourself in a little bit of a pickle. But I wouldn't worry about Trench at the moment. I wouldn't worry about Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. You don't have Scout up and running, so those Conquest farms are not that impactful. I don't know if you have Luthen. I'm just trying to look at a Grand Arena standpoint. Rebel Fighters. No Luthen. Okay, so I think once you get Luthen, I would suggest working on Saw. Massive for Grand Arena. I'm always going to advocate for Saw Gerrera and his Omicron on the leadership. It's just so big. It adds another crazy powerful team. So you have a lot of stuff you can work on once you unlock these conquest characters. Saul is a great Grand Arena team. Malicos is a great Grand Arena team. The Balin farm is a great Grand Arena team. So what I'm going to recommend for you is as soon as you're done with your profundity requirements, which are close, you said, a couple relic levels away. Where is your Radis? Okay, you got to get Radis to relic 9. That should be, not that bad if you're doing the raid. I'm a slacker when it comes to Conquest. Yeah, it's hard. Conquest is a huge grind of a game mode, but it's really... I was thinking about making like a Grand Arena video about top tips to get to Kyber 1 and stuff like that. And one of those tips would be Grand Arena Conquest characters, because those are the true, winners for your roster. Like, obviously GLs are good, but the Conquest characters are the game changers. You got Bane, you got Malicos, you got Ezra. Those are the best characters in the game for Grand Arena. So I'd say try to, put a little bit more work into Conquest if you can fit the time in. I know it's a huge grind, so it's not easy, but these Conquest characters are going to be massive. But what I'm going to recommend for you, in terms of your roster, finish Profundity. Don't worry about getting it to 7 stars right away. Save your crystals. Start working on Leia. Start working on your Balin farm. They should be double dropped now. They should be very easy to get. Obviously, the Shin and Marok are going to take some time. But you will not regret it. I absolutely agree. You will not regret it. But that's what I'm going to recommend for you. Obviously, self-explanatory. Keep working on mods. I can't stress enough how about everyone in chat should be working on mods. It makes a huge difference between being good and very good. So that's gonna be your review, Mikey Mike. I'm a little bit over schedule, but I just wanted to say, like, that would be my farming path for you if you're looking for that Grand Arena boost. Balin will help you with a JMK counter as well. He's just also very tough to beat on defense in some cases, so I highly recommend you work on that. And Mikey Mike, I hope you enjoyed your review, and can't wait to see your progress next month. So I went a little bit over schedule there, but not the end of the world. Mikey Mike's an awesome dude. Okay, next up we have Auror. Max says, what do we need for a roster review? If you are a channel member, you are able to get a roster review, or if you donate to the stream, you get put on a list. Those are the two ways of getting on there. And if we have time, it's going to be very hard. There's a free review queue, but it's going to be very hard to get to. 200 points until I hit Kyber 1 for the first time. Unlocking all the GL ships was a big difference. Just unlocked my 6 GL last week. Nice! Big game changer. And anytime, Mikey Mike, I hope you enjoyed. Alright, Auror, you are next. Just want to double check and make sure this is the correct account before I begin. And Tony, I'm seeing your Discord. Putting you in the queue as well. Dabine, how often do you stream? I stream Grand Arena 3 every day. Or not every day, but whenever it's up, I stream Grand Arena, and I try my best to get to 1 or 2 roster review streams a week. It's all about timing with me. So I'd like to get 1 more roster review stream this week, and then do 2 more next week with the Grand Arena stream. So I'd say 3 to 4 days a week, I'd say. Alright, this is Auror, guys. Okay. We have a Auror, and their name is It's Kerm from the guild SCE. And we're going to start the timer now. Let's take a look at the galactic power. Alright, 9.4 million galactic power. Has Rey, Kylo, Sith Eternal, and Jabba. Has some pretty crazy Relic 9s. We have a Relic 9 Maul, Crew, Grievous, and Star Killer. So those are pretty interesting Relic 9s for, you know, a roster that doesn't have like all of the Galactic Legends or Legendaries. So I guess my question would be was there a particular reason why you chose to do that? Hey, Tryhard just became a channel member. Huge shout out. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Knights of X, Tryhard. Really, really appreciate it. You're an absolute legend. But going back to the review, like, this could be for, like, maybe platoons or you really like these characters, but my recommendation for anyone that is trying to build their roster, I would not add any extra relic levels to characters that don't really need it without completing other farms. So I totally get it. This could be for like love for the game or, you know, platoons or something like that, but I get it. Oh, you say passion. Okay, so it's a passion thing. Okay, that's different. If you get number one priority is having fun. Obviously, fun in the game is the best thing you can have. So no complaints there. But in terms of what you should go for next, let's see. I want to see where you are in your roster. You have Ben Solo already at Relic 5 with your right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So that's good to have. What can you start to work on next? So you don't have Padme. Do you have General Skywalker? You have General Skywalker unlocked, but he's not at Relics. And he's not up and running to 7 stars. So I would obviously love for General Skywalker to be completed. This gives you another really good team to have in every game mode. And this leads you on your path to not only Lord Vader, but Hondo Ohnaka down the line. So I would highly recommend finishing out your General Skywalker because he's needed for Lord Vader. And I'm always going to advocate for, at this very moment, going for Lord Vader, specifically because he has a brand new team, and that team is pretty much a requirement or very good for the new raid. The new raid is going to do nothing but help you with your gear and your relic farming. So I'm not sure how far you are with Bad Batch. You already have the Bad Batch Lightspeed bundle, so that is really good to have. I gotta do Malik first, then Gas. Okay. Well, let's take a look at your Sith Empire. Alright, you have 5-star Malik. Okay. Alright, we'll catch up with chat in 1 second. Is the reason you're going for Malik first is because you're going for the Leviathan? I want to take a look at your ships. Alright, you have Executor. I don't think the Sith farm is 4-star. I don't know if you have Bomber. No Bomber. Okay. So, obviously, Malik is a very cool character, and I love him. Like, Malik, I love Old Republic, guys. If you can see my pop collection, I'm an Old Republic fiend. I have the Malik pop right here. But I'm curious to... For going for Malik first, is there a particular thing you're going for? Because I don't think you're that close to Leviathan. I think for you, for progress, I think you got to get a couple more Galactic Legends on your roster. Going for the Grand Arena team, my ships need a lot of work. Okay. So, you are in... I saw you're in Bronzium. Bronzium 3. And you're still using Thrawn in Fleet Arena instead of Executor. Is Executor not performing as well? I would definitely... I could have sworn you have Executor. I know that's at 4-star, but 4-star Executor should be performing a lot better than a Tarkin fleet. Malgus needs Omis. Okay, gotcha. I mean, if I were you, I'd be using Executor in Fleet Arena. You already have Punishing one. It's only at 4-star, but that's not the end of the world. That should help you climb pretty high. Even at 4-star. So, I would recommend doing that. Slowly getting up your Executor, like, to at least 7-star. You should check mods on some key characters, protection for JML, speed for Ezra. Mods are not as impactful anymore, I would admit it, but some tunes, they make a huge difference. Oh, I totally get that, Rusty Garden Share. It's very true. Very, very true. It's not finished. I need a lot of prestige. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So once you get your Executor up and running, obviously put that into your fleet arena. Going to be a huge, huge game changer. In terms of what to go for next, I mean, obviously, like I said, I think Lord Vader is very good to go for right now because of the raid. He's got a very good team up and running. So I do recommend a Lord Vader farm down the line. Just because of how good his team is at the moment, even though he's having a little bit of a hard time because of the Rolocron, but he's still a good team. He's not a disappointment. You have Grand Inquisitor unlocked. 2 Omicrons, very cool. How are they looking? You have Reva? Alright, no Reva, but it looks like you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 at Relic 7. Gotta get him up and running for the mission for Reva, so... wonder if I'm not sure if you're working on that, but you already have them at Relic 7, so you might as well, I guess, right? You have Commander Ahsoka Tano unlocked already. So, that's good to have. I don't know how far you are from Kenobi. Let's see your Separatist. Wat Tambor is only at 4 stars, so Kenobi is going to be a little bit away. A little bit away. In the meantime, you could probably slot in your Cat with your Rey. Not a bad option, or even... I don't think your Padme is up and running. Okay, she's at Gear 12. So I'd recommend putting your Cat with Rey for Grand Arena at the moment with your Ben Solo. But, let me see. You have a lot of these characters up to 4-star. I think you gotta focus on one thing at a time and just finish it. I see you have Afra at 7-star, but not at Relics, so, it's a big thing I like to always, like, advocate for is, if you guys are working for a project, make sure you finish that project. So, like, for example, I saw you have Hondo up and running, and you have BT1, and you have your 000 at Relic 5. You need to in order to get Afra. So, I always like, if I'm going to farm a team and get them up and running, I want to finish that farm and get them at a level where I can utilize that team. So, you did the work for getting Afra. Obviously, she's not as impactful as someone like Balin, but she's still good to have in a roster for any roster. So, you already did the work. You have them up and running. I'd like to get her up and running as well. So that's pretty big. Watt Lightspeed bundle out now for $20. Oh, I mean, if you felt like spending, I mean, there's that. Wat Tambor takes a long time if you guys don't have a good guild. So that's something to consider. But I would never advocate for someone to spend money if they're free to play. I'm really close to JML as well. Well, that's good, because that'll add another light side GL to your roster. And JML is really good for Conquest. So, I'm not sure what you're missing for JML. But you do have a good supporting Jedi team. Obviously, you have Luke. You got Revan. You could throw in Anakin. You could throw in Old Ben. And you have Hermit Yoda. So, you can form a absolute fine Jedi Master Luke team. So, that's another... if that's your next GL, that's not a bad GL to get. Not sure how far you are from Bane. I'm not sure if you're doing Proving Grounds. You should definitely have a team to beat Proving Grounds. So I definitely obviously start working on Bane. I'm going to say, as soon as you're done with your Malik, I really suggest getting your General Skywalker up and running. He's really good. It gives you a solid team. And for where you are in Grand Arena with your rank, it'll just add another great arsenal. It's another great arsenal to your roster. And that'll lead you towards the path to Lord Vader. Because Lord Vader, the hardest part of the Lord Vader farm is definitely the Bad Batch, because they require a ton of Chirotech, and they're on the hard nodes. I mean, obviously they're double drop, but it takes time to get them up and running. You already got the Lightspeed bundle for them. Your bounty hunters we could double check. I mean, you are in really good shape for Lord Vader. I don't know if your ship for your BT whatever is up and running. You already have BTL Y-Wing. So, I totally get why you want to go for Malak, because you want to finish your Sith Empire team. But in terms of value, adding Malak to 7-star compared to Gas and leading you towards a path towards Lord Vader is, in my opinion, not worth it. But I'm never going to steer you in a direction where you're not going to have as much fun. So, like I said earlier, fun is #1 priority. If you're asking me from a streamer standpoint and from a strategic standpoint, I would rather invest that get currency or my, my guild event currency towards General Skywalker instead. You already have a 501st team up and running. All up and running. They don't even need the Zetas. The Zetas that are needed are 5s and maybe Rex. Obviously, the 4 here on Gas are very good. But adding Lord Vader to your roster is really, really impactful. And I see you, could work on the clones. They don't need to be at 7 stars to be up and running. But it's very good for the raid. I'm curious about your Order 66 farm, by the way. I don't know if that was a priority for you. Going a little bit over Q again, but I hope you're using Tarkin to get 300k. That's obviously very good. I'm sure you're getting a little bit of a score with Keller and Beck. But always, you have to put somewhat of a priority for the raid, because what the value the raid's going to bring you for the next year is going to double your roster than not working on it, if that makes any sense. So hopefully you have the same standpoint with your guildmates, that you're all on the same path to get a higher box. The more you can do in the raid, the better it is for your roster. And there are, a lot better ways to
donation.
Hey, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Hideaken Armslayer. I'm going to put you on the list. Thank you so much. Let me just get that up and running. My max is 2.1 for now. Okay, that's pretty good. That's actually not terrible. I'm sure you're getting 300k here, 300k here, maybe 300k with Nest, and then maybe a Keller and Beck Relic 5 team possibly, or Relic 3. So, that's not bad to have. I just want to, make sure that you're going towards the right path. I wouldn't go for Ahsoka. I wouldn't go for Balin yet. I would start getting a couple more GLs. I think Lord Vader is a good option for you. I think 504. As soon as you're done with Malak, definitely work on your Gas. I think Gas is another solid team to have for your roster. But absolutely. Able to use Hondo twice in the raid for 600k. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Can you do that? Well, if that's the thing, that's sick. I didn't know about that. Vex, what GP range do you think needs a roster review the most? That's a great question. It's hard for early game, like the very early game players, to get a roster review because there's so many different avenues you can go. But I'd say from 4 million GP and higher, it's pretty good. 4 million to 10 million is a great range. Obviously, the early game is kind of tough because there's so much you need to work on. It's all about prioritizing what you should be working on, kind of. So that's kind of my opinion. I love the Relic 9 wall team. Once with the Enfant's Nest, then other with Santa, the escape mechanics. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So we're going to wrap up on your review, but yeah, obviously these are passion projects. I would not put any extra Relic levels into characters at all until you start getting all these teams up and running. So get the characters to the base requirements, then move on to the next project. So don't overinvest. It's just not necessary for your current standpoint in the game. I'd rather you get the quantity of the epic or the journey guide than bumping the extra Relic levels. Obviously, that's an added plus, but obviously, I don't think you needed a Relic 9 crew at this very moment. I don't think you needed a Relic 9 Grievous at this very moment. I get it, they're passion projects, that's different. But in my opinion, start working on some GLs. I really am going to recommend Lord Vader. He's good right now. He's a lot better than what he was. Hopefully you have Bane up and running soon, because that's going to only help your Sith Eternal. JML is going to be your next GL, so very good to have there. Leia should be on the horizon as well. And work on your Executor fleet. Just work on farming your Punishing One. Keep farming that node. Very helpful to have. A 7-star Punishing One can still climb to rank 1. So even if you don't have Leviathan, Executor can still beat Leviathan. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. So, Auror, that's going to be a review. If you're around next month, I'd love to see your progress, but that's going to be my recommendation. Don't overinvest into relic levels. Start working some of the GL farms, and yeah, that's what I'm going to recommend. Lord Failure is after JML. I think that's a good path. I really do. I'm going for Lord Vader first on my free-to-play account, so that says that. I wanted to test how that would go. So, Aurora, I hope you enjoyed your review. I think you're on the right path. Just keep focusing on one step at a time. One thing at a time. Shadow, if you are here, I'm going to quickly look for your ally code in this chat, but if you could just post your ally code quickly for me, I'd get to the review. Perfect, Shadow. Gotcha. And anytime, Aurora, I'm looking forward to your progress. If you have any questions, you have the Lord status now. So if you need any sort of advice with Grand Arena or anything like that, message me on Discord. You have the perks of all Grand Arena advice and coaching up and running. So just wanted to let you know with that Lord membership. Alright, guys, we got Shadow next. I absolutely love Shadow. One of my favorite channel members. Has great taste in music. If you guys aren't aware. If you guys need some sick EDM mixes, you gotta hit up Shadow. As for, we have Diana Thomas. As for review on Alt on July 31st, any chance of review? Well, Diana Thomas, you're gonna get put on the queue because you're a channel member. I think I have you on the, are you on the list? Why can't I see you? Diana, can you post your ally code for me, please? Speaking of Ross reviews, Vex, where am I in the queue that I became a member? You are... Where are you? So, according to my list, I have you right after El Papi. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5 in the queue. We have currently 7 people on the list. We're going to try to get through as much as I can today. If I have to stream a little later, I will. And, okay, we're going to start Shadows. And now, I'm going to try my very best to keep it to 10 minutes, guys. And Diana Thomas, I'm going to put you on. Okay, Shadow is starting now. So, Shadow is a player that has been climbing at an absolutely crazy rate in this game. I mean, I think when I first reviewed Shadow, they were in Erodium. They're already in Kyber 3. And their Datacron farming might be better than mine. So, taking a look at Shadow's roster, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 GLs. I believe Rey was a recent one. And they have Ben Solo up and running, and their mods are really good for him at the moment. One with a critical damage triangle, really good speed, really high special offense. Gotta love to see it. Gonna be absolutely huge for his roster. Looking at the top half, it's really good. Really good. They have Mace up and running. Relic 9 clones, so they are killing it in the raid. Absolutely killing it in the raid. Looking at the bottom half of what they're missing. So, they do not have Leia up and running. They don't have Unaligned Force users. No Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. No Balin. Malicos and Starkiller are level 1. Level 1. Shadow, my brother. you know how I feel about this team. They are so good. I know you don't have Seer up and running. At the very least, I don't think you have Seer up and running. Let me double check that. I always forget. Yeah, no Seer. But you could get a Star Killer team up and running. You do have Mara Jade with the Omicron. You're going to have Palpatine. I mean, it's hard for me to see these characters at level 1. Because I love them so much. But I get it in your situation. If you had Seer up and running, it'd be different. It'd be very different. So, I'm going to obviously recommend, at one point, Vex, when you get me the Zetas, I'll get Unalive Forces up and running. I know they require a lot. That's the problem. They require a lot. And the Zetas are a huge crunch. I hope, Shadow, that you're going in the weekly shipment and getting the Zetas in the weekly shipment store. Nothing huge, but it helps. It helps a lot. So, obviously, keep them on your horizon. I obviously love them for Grand Arena purposes. So, Maliko, Star Killer, absolutely. I already know that you're going for the new GL Hondo. That's 100% your priority. You're putting in the monetary funds to get that done. So, 100% to you. Keep that up and running. In all honesty, for your next big step in Kyber, obviously you're performing extremely well with Grand Arena. Because guys, I'm just going to quickly show you. I'm going to showcase a little bit of the Datacrons. This is Shadow's Datacron farming in Kyber 3. It's absurd. Absurd. Like, crazy. Shadow has better Datacron farming than some players in Kyber 1. I think this is a majority of the reason why Shadow has been doing insane. Has way more than me. Has every focused Datacron maxed of the new set. Has almost 2 full rows of level 9s. Absolutely. I'm jealous. I'm insanely jealous of his Datacrons. It's crazy. So, they're doing crazy good with the Datacrons. Crazy good. What we have to focus on now is the roster depth. Because the Datacrons are really carrying you. Because you're getting through with this with only 4 GLs. So, Ahsoka, I'm not going to recommend at the moment. I'm just not going to do it. I can't. She's too steep and too expensive. You're going to get Hondo. So, that'll be the brand new GL. I know you're far from Leia. Leia is very good to have. Good on offense. Good with banner recovery. Can be a pain on defense if, with the right Datacron. So, I'm a big proponent of Leia. I do think she's the best in the game. I really do. Obviously, UFUs are great. But, you're going to run into a hurdle with ships. And I know you have Executor, but you don't have Profundity or Leviathan. And you're going to run into a deep pocket where you're going to get stuck because of ships. And I don't want that to happen to you because you're a really good player. So, you're going to have to put some emphasis on some of these GL ships. You obviously have your Executor up and running maxed. Are ships the most exciting thing in the game? No, they're not. But in terms of Grand Arena, they make a huge impact. They make a huge impact. At the minimum, I'd say 2. You need 2 GL ships. If you're able to beat Leviathan up right now with like a Marauder fleet, yeah, you do have Endurance. Okay, is your Marauder up and running? Yeah. So if you can beat Leviathan without a Leviathan, then I get it. But I don't want you to get stuck because of the lacking of the ships. So obviously, Sith Fighter is going to take time, or it's already at 7 stars, but these ships are going to take time. You got to get Maul up and running. But Leviathan is huge. It's huge for any roster. You have Malgus up and running. Do you have Interceptor? You have Interceptor. So I think you just got to bite the bullet and do it. Got to bite the bullet and do it. Hey, we got Livid in chat. Livid says that's a lot more than I have. Shadow is killing it. Killing it. Has way more than me as well. With that amount of Datacrons, Kyber 3 is guaranteed. I've already been stopped twice on chips, but I'll get Profundity at the end of the month. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, you have crazy roster. Crazy roster. I think it's at a point where you could probably set these crazy Datacrons on defense and go all out on chips on offense and rely on that. But it's going to be tough. So, I think your Profundity is close, right? You said Profundity is close? Yeah, I mean, you already have Radis at 9. So, Profundity is going to be right there. I've been doing Endurance and Executor with MK6 against Leviathan. Nice. Shadow is a raid beast. Oh, he sent me screenshots before. He's crazy. Kiriko, thank you so much for hanging out, brother. Good to see you. I hope to catch you on a Grand Arena stream, and best of luck, dude. Thank you so much for hanging out. Put a pause on Leviathan, seeing if new GL pirate ship comes out. Profundity is done? Nice. Profundity will help you. Vex, look at Discord. I'm going to check now. That's what I mean. If you guys are in my Discord, Shadow just posted a picture of his growth in Kyber in the past 2 months. It's this. It's straight up. It's crazy. It's like stock market going up. Insanity. Very good player. He's going to... I guarantee we're going to face one day. So, okay, Profundity is going to be up and running. That's 2 GL level ships. Very good. Oh, that scared me for some reason. Atticus UK, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I don't know why that scared the crap out of me. Thank you so much. So, we got to start working on some of the journey guide. We have to start working on some of the journey guide. So, obviously, Great Mothers are getting there. You're getting there. So, Balin is kind of coming up. I don't care what account it is, but we will face. Oh my god. Not even this account? That's crazy. 3306, I know, because it's 4 away from Kyber 2. Very good, very good. So, Leia's got to be discussed. You already got Great Mothers and Morgan up and running, I believe. So the Balin is pretty close. Leviathan needs to be discussed. Wouldn't worry about Dark Super Moff Gideon. Weren't worried about Ahsoka. Jedi Knight Cal Kestis seems to be on the back burner. I know you're waiting for a Lightspeed bundle for Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, so I get that. Thrawn is needed for Balin, so I need to think about that. Old Ben is a requirement for something. This is for Jedi Master Luke, I believe. So you're not close to Jedi Master Luke. They're not that hard to gear, so I feel like you're right there. You're right there. I think you're holding off because of the new GL Hondo, but I think you have everything in your power to finish off these GL farms. I really do. Like, Sith Eternal's got to be close. I think you're close to Sith Eternal. Let me see. Hold on. Galactic Legends. You have to be close to Sith Eternal. There's no way.
Excellent donation.
Hey, El Poppy with the $10 super chat for Waste VFX roster review. Absolutely. Huge shout out to El Poppy. That was a huge, generous donation. Absolutely, we can get a review going. Just send your ally code and we'll get that up and running. Thank you so much. El Poppy is a huge supporter of this channel. Huge W. So, at the end of the day, it's hard to critique Shadow because of how well they're doing, but all I could say is you have to start getting the journey guide up and running. You have all these characters that you could probably get these GLs unlocked. Sith Eternal is like right there. I think you have Sith Eternal already like farmable. Leia, you gotta work on. Are you missing Kenobi? You're missing Kenobi, but what is it with Kenobi's farm that you're missing? You have what? Let me check the Mandalorians. You have OG Bo? You have OG Bo. I think Kenobi's right there as well. I think you got to think about Kenobi. So, if I were you, Shadow, you're at the point where your endgame, like your endgame in terms of rank, Kyber 3. Kyber is endgame. You got to start getting the journey guide up and running. Just focus on one farm at a time, but make sure Kenobi is just Cody and Relict. Okay, cool. Cool. So, do you have Commander Ahsoka Tano? I think you do. Let me see. And then I gotta move on to the next review, but Cat. Alright, you have Cat. I think all it takes is you gotta take a little bit of time and focus, and you're gonna get these farms done. And you will be in Kyber 1, I promise. You just gotta get a couple more GL farms. So, Kenobi is definitely great. Leia is going to take a lot of time for you, but Leia is really good.
I want you to join.
Obviously, Sith Eternal. Hey, Atticus, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much. You're going to be put on the list, my friend. Cool. It's going to be hard to get through all of these today. But good thing we have a queue. But yeah, Shadow, I'm going to recommend, that's going to be JMK, as long as you have Cat, which you do, I think JMK is huge. And it looks like if all you need is Cody, I mean, that's massive. JMK is so helpful. My big question is, if you don't have JMK up and running, is your go-to counter for Darkseid Raid Bane with Malik? Because I feel like it's going to have to be. So if that doesn't work, that kind of stinks. Obviously, we're not going to have that Datacron for much longer, but Kenobi is absolutely huge for any roster. Good on offense, good on defense. Even if your opponent doesn't have Balin, still useful. So I would definitely recommend Kenobi. Kenobi is one of the best shields in this game. Obviously, his viability has gone down a little bit with Bo, Katan, and Balin being unlockable, but yeah, I think JMK is a huge one for you. Sith Eternal is easy, I think. I think Sith Eternal is already up and running. Thinking about not even trying Malik for much longer. I gotcha. But yeah, I'm a little bit over again on the review, Shadow, so I am going to have to move on to the next one. But that's what I'm going to recommend for you is think about Leviathan. Really think about Leviathan in terms of your next steps. Add more GLs. Eventually, once you have the Zetas, get your Unaligned Fortresser team up and running. That's just another really good Grand Arena team to have. And yeah. Obviously, mods are obviously something you should be working on all the time. At least 3 refreshes a day in the mods. Constantly checking the mod store. That's something I do all the time. And yeah. Shadow, that's going to be a review for today. Keep killing it. I think the highlight for your account is your sick Datacron farming. You have... This is probably the best Datacron farming account, or farmed account in Kyber 3. I'm not going to lie. So crazy. I've been super rushing my mods. You've been rushing everything. That's amazing. Shadow's going to be in Kyber 1 very soon. I can tell you that. Okay, next up, guys, is going to be Slasher. So if Slasher is in chat, let me know. Oops. Very cool. Thanks a ton for the review, Vex. I was going to finish Profundity to get the 5-star, then Hard Focus Leviathan. That sounds like a phenomenal plan. Do not worry about getting Profundity to the 7-star. It's only helpful in some matchups because of the basic, but you're going to be absolutely fine with a 5-star Profundity, I promise. So, that's a good plan. And then hopefully, there's a new Pirate GL fleet, which you're already going to have Hondo up and running, so that's going to help. Hey, MGM3233, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate all the support, guys. You guys are great. I just want to make sure that Slasher is in the chat before I start the review. If not, we'll give him a couple minutes, and then if Slasher's not available, we'll go on to the next person and put them back in the queue. Alright, cool, guys. We got Slasher. So, starting the clock now, 10 minutes. We have Slasher V2 from Aira Guild. Very cool. Kyber 1. Let's take a look. 13.2 million galactic power, so pretty endgame if you ask me. Damn, I see a bunch of gold. I love gold. So let's see if there's anything here that's standing out to me that, like, okay, you should get this character up and running. As of right now, nothing in here is screaming, what are you doing? Nothing at all. Obviously, maybe Chopper is helpful for a Phoenix team, but that's not really super essential at the moment. super focused roster. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Nothing that is not at relics is essential. So what I want to look at is some Omicron stuff. Is it going to allow me to on the search? Is it only on mine?
I want you to join me.
And we got MGM with the Prime subscription. Thank you so freaking much. Absolutely appreciate that. Thank you so much. El Poppy says he watched Austin Powers last night. I freaking love that movie, El Poppy. It kills me. I want to take a look. I could have sworn there was a filter for Omicrons. Am I blind? Is that only for my roster? Anyway, I want to take a look at... Obviously, you're extremely endgame. So I want to take a look at stuff that you can be improving on to help your endgame experience. So, first of all, my bread and butter. 344. Very good. I have almost all GAC Omis except the old lady and Temple Guard. Okay, not the end of the world. Not the end of the world at all. Morgan. 343. Okay, so you've been watching the videos. Very good. Very good. They're slotted perfectly for the counter. Spirit. Critical damage. Speed. Accuracy is not as essential anymore since they fixed Spirit. But if you just wanted to guarantee that you're going to hit Ezra, the accuracy is pretty helpful. So, no complaints about your Great Mother team. They are up and running perfectly. Love the way they're modded. Next thing I want to check out is your Mandalorian team, because there is a certain mod order in 5v5 where you could take out Lord Vader. So I want to check the speed. Okay. What I'm going to recommend is... I know it's going to be hard, but I really like having the modding where IG goes first and BAM goes second. I know that's annoying, but a BAM that goes second is huge because the turn order is IG goes first, applies blind, gets everyone to assist. BAM is going to go second with the birds. Bo-Katan Mandalore goes third, does the mass swarm, gets your BAM up to 20 stacks of Whistling Birds immediately. Very good at taking out the new Lord Vader. Very good for, like, even on defense. If you were to put Bo-Katan on defense, he's going to prioritize Whistling Birds. So, it's very nice to have. It's a nice. I'm just talking about, like, a nice counter that could be coming clutch. So, I do like that turn order for that team. Just like two different Grand Arena teams that I like, specifically for endgame in terms of counters. In terms of speed on characters or specific modding as well, I want to take a look at your Ezra. 369 is pretty good. Pretty good. Keep an eye on your opponent's Great Mother team, because if they have enough speed on their Great Mothers, make sure you put a 25% turn meter cron to shut that down. That's very big, I think, in terms of stopping that counter. They didn't fix Spirit Ions. They fixed Great Mother Leadership. That was granting potency instead of accuracy. So, very impactful for that counter because you got to be able to hit Ezra. Don't need it. She has 12k offense. That's pretty insane. Pretty insane. Okay, in terms of, like, what relic levels I would bump up for your characters, let's take a look. Obviously, your GLs are doing pretty good. There's no GL here that's standing out in my mind that's like, oh, they need relic 9, so... No complaints there. The speed, obviously, Ezra is your fastest non-GL character. How fast is your Finn? That's pretty good. That's pretty good Finn. Very fast. Fast Echo is nice to have. Let's not go by speed anymore. I want to take a look at the relic levels of your characters and see which can get bumped. At least in my experience, or my recommendations. So... Obviously, I'm going to say Relic 9 your Hondo because he's a requirement for GL Hondo. So, keep that in mind. Let's see.
Excellent donation.
Michael Murphy with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much for the Vexcellent donation, you absolute legend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Michael Murphy, I want to make sure... Are you on... Okay, you were not on the... You're now going to be put on the donation queue. Thank you so much for the super chat. Brian, I only watch on YouTube. I only stream on YouTube, but I'll go on Twitch and give you a Prime sub. Thank you so much, Brian. You're an absolute beast. Thank you, thank you. I can sort by relic level now? Nice. Okay. Oh, there we go. Cool. I'm keeping Relic 9 mats for Jedi Master, Mace Windu, Depa, and Temple Guard for the moment. Okay. Very cool.
I want you to join me.
Safe Death. I'm not sure if that's you, Brian, but thank you so much for the Prime sub. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you again, my brother. So you're saving relic levels for your Master, Mace Windu, and Depa. That's probably for the raid. I get it. That's going to get you a nice 3.6 million galactic power. Or a nice 3.6 million score, which is great. Tryhard, yeah. I do stream on Twitch. I just started about, like, a month ago. So if you guys can support me on Twitch with, like, a Prime sub, I always appreciate it. I'm out, gonna crash, try to get some sleep. Thank you for a chill stream and getting to see my friends. Superman, I always appreciate you, brother. I really do. I'll see you tomorrow night for Grand Arena if you're available. I'm gonna stream my Grand Arena tomorrow. Always. Brian, thank you so, so much. I appreciate the Prime sub. So yeah, there's nothing at the moment that's like, okay, bump up the relic levels a little bit. That's gonna be very nice to have. Obviously, Relic 9 Reva is good to have, but not essential. Relic 8 Scavray for GL Hondo, obviously. Let's see. I like a little bit more survivability on Treya. I like the Relic 7 on Treya, personally. I like the Relic 7 on Luthen because it increases the stats on his decoy or his spawn. So that's one that's standing out to me. I like a higher relic level on Mace. He's a tank. He's got a ship. This is very, very cool. Prime subbed as well, Vex. Michael Murphy, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. What am I missing to climb to you in Kyber 1? Well, to be honest with you, Slasher, you have everything that it takes in terms of roster to get to where I am in Kyber 1. There's nothing missing, really. We got Darth Link, which I believe is Shadow with the Twitch follow. Thank you so much, brother. To get to where I am in Kyber 1, the biggest difference is going to be Datacrons. And that's going to be hard to say. Dude Garon with the follow. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Knights of X. To get to where I am, try hard is a bot. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Do Prime subs get accelerated roster reviews? Yes, that's considered a channel membership. Yes. The big thing, Slasher. Try hard as a bot with the Prime sub. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. The best thing to get to me is going to be Datacrons. You're going to need a lot of Datacrons. You're going to need to get the off-meta counters up and running. Like, obviously, I'm not sure if you're free to play or not, but getting all of the focused Datacrons are going to help you. It's going to be very hard to get to where I am without all the focused Datacrons up and running. It's like, you have the essential ones from the other one. But, like, the Jawa one would be nice to have. It's another very good bonus. Keep working on the Datacrons. It's not just, like, for where I am, right now I'm in the top 200, and staying in the top 50 is so difficult. Unless you're dropping a ton of money on Datacrons, it's really, really hard. So, you're doing really good with the level 9s. But then you have to start focusing on the stats. And that's where it gets really pricey and expensive. Like, you have all the ones you're going to want to need for this set. You have Barak, Night Trooper, Ninth Sister, Rose, and Scavray. Those are huge. Absolutely huge. So, I'd say you have to really focus on Datacrons. Datacrons and keep farming. If I were you, this is what I do. 100, go up to the 100s in Conquest. Go in the shard shop. Get your shard shop currency up every refresh. Get data cash. Keep doing all of that. And Blue said it did fine, and Orange said it's awful. Yeah, it's hard. It's very, very hard. Datacron farming is grindy. It's tedious, but that's honestly one of the biggest game changers for where I am and where most players are, is we're all going to have the same things. We're all going to have it. The modding is obviously extremely important. but the Datacrons are the game changer. Like, in the previous review, if you guys saw Shadow is missing a ton in his roster in terms of, like, GLs and the Journey Guide.
I want you to join me.
But the... Ben Grogu, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Really, really appreciate it. The biggest difference is he has incredible Datacrons. So, I would definitely do the 100s in Conquest if you want to get to a top level in Kyber and keep farming as much as you can. Go in the Shortstop store, go in the Datacron store, get the data cache, get the materials, get the reroll mats, get it in a good TW guild to get those higher end rerolls, because being able to refresh not only the character level 9s, but being able to reroll these, like I can see here, you got crit damage twice. That is huge. I'm not sure if that was a lucky draw, if you used a refresh, but that's just an example of what it's going to take to get to that top level is, yeah, you have the level 9s, but now you have to also get the stats as well. So that's pretty big, but that's going to be my recommendation for you, Slasher, is keep up the Datacron farming. Make sure you have a lot of 6-stop mods in your ships. I like increasing the ship relics of my pilots. Like, I would definitely get your Punishing Water up to 8. That's another big thing that I would recommend as well. The ship relics, the ship mod, not the ship mods, the character mods on the ship pilots. Get your off-matter counters up and running. Have a plan. Try to be efficient with your counters. Make sure what you're bringing on offense has banner recovery. Make sure you're stalling the battle out to get those higher banners. That's what I'm going to recommend for you. There's nothing on your roster where I'm saying you're missing or the relics aren't there. Obviously, modding is crucial. You have your Great Mother modding up and running. But for you, the biggest thing is El Poppy with another $10 super chat. Let's get Brian on the list. El Poppy, man, you are just too good to me. Brian, absolutely going to get you on the list. Please post your ally code. You appreciate it, El Poppy. But Slasher, that's going to be your review. If you need any more guidance with Datacron farming, I'm hoping to have a Datacron farming video out next Conquest cycle. I'm hoping. So, but that's going to be my recommendation is for you. The biggest thing is Datacrons. That's just straight up it. I'm going to recommend the 100 refreshes. So, Slasher, I hope you enjoyed your review. That's going to be my recommendation. Ben Grogu, I'm putting you on the list. Guys, there's not a guarantee I'm going to get to everyone today. I'm going to try my best. The list is getting pretty big. But the good thing is I have a queue for all the members. So regardless if I can't get it on a stream or if it's on a VOD or anything, we're going to get it done for you guys, I promise. But Slasher is good to go. I'm going to put the date. We have... Okay, next up is Dovecake. Do we have Dovecake in chat? Dovecake, if you are here, please let me know and I will begin your review. Slasher, anytime, my friend. Yeah, and Brian, if you can, just post your ally code and I'll get you on the queue. Because I'll make sure you're up and, you're there. Awesome, we got Dovecake. Dovecake is in the chat. Good stuff. Alright, guys. Timer is starting now. We got Dovecake from Lars Family Barbecue. Kyber 1 player. Almost at 1 million legacy score. Right at the beginning of Kyber 1. 13.1 million galactic power, has all the GLs in the game. Let's take a look at what they're missing. Vandor is not really essential. Stap is helpful, not essential. Scion is surprising. Trench is another character that could be helpful somewhat, but not anything. It's a nice filler team to have. By the way, it's getting late here. If you happen to get to me and it ain't around, just watch the VOD. I gotcha. Let me see really quick. Rusty Garden Chair, I got you in the non-member queue. I'll try my very best, my brother. Pretty much same as Slasher, just looking for little improvements. I gotcha. Obviously, finish your bad batch. I think that's self-explanatory. I think you're working on that already. So, I'm not going to say any characters are here that are going to be, like, going to make the difference between you getting consistently in Kyber 1. I think Trench is a good filler team to have in case you don't want to. You want to go harder on offense. You want to place another team on defense. Then Trench is a nice team to just slot in there, and he's useful in TB, helpful in Territory War if you have the Omicron, but I'm not going to recommend that if you're not a TW player. In terms of improvements, what I want to look at is Omicrons. I always like to take a look at Omicrons on any roster to see what they're missing. So I'm just going to take my time and slowly just go through all of them. They have a Relic 9 Kicks. Very nice. Alright. Relic 9 Brutus. Look at you. Alright. Nothing here screaming me. Nothing here. I don't have this one either. I don't think it's essential. Nothing yet. You have Saw. Very good. You have Morgan. You have Savage. Good. Omega could be helpful. Omegas with Crosshair could be pretty helpful. We were close on PG. I geared everything Gear 12, so we're probably even. Nice. Relic 8 Starkiller? Where is Starkiller? Let me see. Yeah, Relic 8 and Starkiller is actually nice. It's nice to have. I do like a Relic 8 Starkiller. That's a great point. I like the little extra Relic levels on BAM too for the Executor fleet. Not gonna lie, I think it's pretty helpful. But in terms of Omicrons, there's nothing at me right now that's screaming like, oh, why don't you have this up and running? There's nothing on here that I'm seeing that's like, why don't you have this applied? Yeah, no. But I think if you want a little bit of an extra boost, it'd be your next GAC Omicrons could be Omega with Crosshair. Very good in 5v5. Really good team. Actually can help you take out a lot. Takes out Queen Amidala. Like, that's massive for a Bad Batch team. So, I do like those Omicrons. That's just going to narrow down the Omicrons. In terms of relic levels, now that we can sort by relic level, do you have a relic? You have a Relic 9 Ayla. That's nice. Dengar is good for punishing one. Alright, let's see. Am I not seeing a Relic 9 Ezra? I don't think you can ever go wrong with a Relic 9 Ezra. You already have him pretty fast. The extra evasion is good to have. I'm always going to advocate for any roster to have this guy at Relic 9. He's that good of a character. He's the second best Conquest character in the entire game. I freaking love him. But I hate to face him. So, that's a relic level that I'm going to be like, okay, that could make an impact. It really could. That extra relic level is really big on him. Not that it's a game changer. I personally like to have it. I like the Relic 9 on Malgus. He's a tank. He's got a ship. He hits pretty hard. I do like it. I think way back in the day, it was more worth it. But at the moment, not as essential. Rey, I would definitely Relic 9 Rey as a GL. She's a defensive GL to begin with. So the extra relic levels on her are really good. Never going to go wrong with a Relic 9 Rey. Relic 9 Jedi Master Luke, also very good to have. Very impactful on offense. Leia's good at Relic 9. So these are 3 GLs that I would recommend at the Relic 9. JML, Leia, and Rey are definitely Relic 9 candidates for sure. In terms of everything else, in terms of bumping up the relic levels, obviously a Relic 8 Chrysanthemum is nice. I don't think it's going to stop much at the moment, but it's nice to have. What I want to look at next is going to be your Datacrons, because that's obviously the biggest difference. And it looks like you're doing a pretty good job. Honestly, a really good job. This is pretty much what I did on my alt account. I have a 14 Hermit Yoda, and I have the 13 on Krennic. I might have it at 14, actually, but this is good. To make the big catapult is, I think you're doing a lot better here than you did here, because this is only the first cycle. If you want the big difference in Kyber, you need to go as hard as you did in Conquest the first cycle as the second. So whatever investment you put into to get this, You have to do that again for the next conquest and get at least 2 full rows of level 9s. If you get that, that's going to really help you a great amount in climbing the Kyber, like the top end of Kyber. I always say you should have at least like 2 full rows of like the level 9s. It's very helpful. Obviously very hard to do. I'm not going to recommend that for your first cycle. But what I would do now is keep stacking up that data cache while Conquest is on cooldown. Build up your data cache. Make sure you have enough so you can only focus on Sector 4 when the time comes. You want to get to like 60 mil by the time Conquest starts. At least 60 mil in the data cache. This will be the difference for you. This will be the huge difference. You already have Night Sister. You have Night Trooper. You have Marok. You have Scav Ray. You have all the important ones you're going to want to get. This Kron is actually very good. I would finish up the stats for the 13 and 14 when you can. Because that crit avoidance and armor pen are actually pretty nice to have. So obviously I'm going to say the biggest thing you could do is like, I'm not sure if you're doing the 50 refreshes, but for me personally, I'm doing the 100s and I still can't, it's hard to compete against the top end of Kyber. Because they're spending on those packs. But I have a pretty good chance. I was able to get to the top 5 without, or top 50 without spending any monetary value on Datacron farming. So if you use the 100 crystal refreshes in Conquest, use the short shop currency to your advantage, farm the crap out of those Datacron materials, and get those Datacrons up and running. They're a huge, huge plus. You already have the Pirates up and running. Not a lot of data on this team. This could be pretty scary, and it looks like they're modded pretty well. What I want to look at now is going to be speed. I want to see how many plus 300 speeds you have. Okay, good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go down to Spirit. That's... yeah. You're doing very good with mods. Modding is not a concern for you. Not at all. So, keep up the good work with the mods. Finish your Bad Batch team. That seems to be your next project. I'm going to check out your Night Sister counter because I like to do it for the end game. Great Mothers. 352. Faster than mine. Very nice. 351. You watch the videos. Good job. 1 speed apart. Love it. Spirit. You put speed instead because you changed it. Very good. Over 10k. You should... I hope you're taking out Ahsoka's because I think you have them modded perfectly. Probably better than me. Last thing I'm going to check in terms of off-meta counters is going to be your Mandalorian team. And they are modded very well. This is how I like to see it. IG is first. Bam is second at 302. Very fast Bam. Very nice. And then you have Bo-Katan at 283. I personally like to make their speeds a little bit closer just in case there's a weird turn order wrong with like a Lord Vader team. So I do recommend having that as well. But you're doing very well. You have 2 off-meta counters up and running that I'm currently abusing in 5v5, which is Great Mothers and Bo-Katan Mandalore. Those are the types of things that make a huge difference in terms of your roster. So, in terms of what you're doing great. What you need to do now is narrow down a strategy on offense. Yeah, but like yourself, I've struggled with timeouts recently. Yeah, so Dovecake with what I've learned is the level 3 stacking offense is essential, and the highest crit damage you can get is going to help you. Absolutely going to help you. So, it's very hard against the Watt variant. It worked for me in my last video, but there was one variant where I just completely timed out, and I think it was because of General Syndulla's unique, I think someone said. So, the biggest thing for you is coming up with a plan for Grand Arena, making sure you have enough on offense to get the high banners, putting a strong defense, making sure you're getting those high banner wins, all about the strategy, have a plan, do a little bit of scouting, and that's going to be a big thing, and I think you're doing a phenomenal job. Like I said, extra relic levels on Master Luke, on Leia, on Rey are the big ones that you're missing in terms of your GLs. Don't really need it on Jabba at the moment. Don't really need it on Kenobi. Don't even need it on Kylo at the moment. I'm recommending Leia, I'm recommending Rey, and I'm recommending Jedi Master Luke in terms of your Relic 9. So that is going to be your review for today. I think you're doing a phenomenal job. There are things you can do to improve in terms of your Datacron farming. If you want to fill up some filler teams, get your trench up and running. It's a nice filler team for like 3v3 or 5v5. But other than that, you have everything that it takes to get to the top end of Kyber 1. You just gotta, really narrow down the strategy in Grand Arena. But Dovecake, thank you so much for your donation and becoming a channel member. Hope you enjoyed your review. Okay, next up is going to be El Papi. El Papi, I hope you're still here, brother. And try hard. Try hard. If you're here, can you please post your ally code? I seem to have missed it, but you're next on the list besides El Papi. Whoops. Anytime, Dovecake. Always happy to help.
Excellent donation.
Shadow with the $20 super chat again. I told Tass this too, but every day at least. I told Tass this too, but every day at least once a day I realize I'm the best player in the world. Damn, I love the confidence, brother. I should tell myself that every day. Shadow, I think you might be the best Kyber 3 player in the world. I think that's very safe to say. You might be the best Datacron farmer in Kyber 3 at the moment. I don't think anyone's going to beat you there. But you will be one of the best in the game one day. Just keep building up your roster. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Huge shout out to Shadow, guys. Huge supporter of this channel. But review time for El Papi, who's honestly probably my top 5 favorite members or players in this game. Just such a chill guy. Just so freaking chill. I like Shadow, El Papi, Mikey Mike, Superman, all these players, everyone is so chill. I love all you guys, but El Papi really is awesome. Gonna start the queue. We're in the same exact guild on my alt account, guys. The Senate Scarif. Love it. Absolutely love it. In Kyber 1. Made it to Kyber 1. Congratulations. That's amazing. 12.8 million galactic power. Has all the GLs up and running. Looking at the bottom half of what they're missing. Nothing crazy. Visas Mar is nice to have in a Star Killer team, but he's mostly being used with Amaliko's team anyway, so it's like not really, you're missing much. Imperial Probe Droid is situational, depends on the Datacron, not essential for anybody. Trench again, just a filler team, not going to be a game changer or game breaker for you. Armor used to have more of a value back in the day, but nothing crazy. Tryhard, I'm going to be streaming for about probably a half hour more. I'm going to try maybe a half hour to an hour. I'm going to see how I feel. So just post your ally code and then I'll take care of it once you come back. But in terms of what they're missing, there's not much that's essential. Tarful is nothing like super essential to Grand Arena or anything like that. In terms of Omicrons, I'm not sure how you are with your Omicron like stash, but if you're looking like for like a little extra boost, Hondo is a luxury, nice to have. I recently applied the Hondo one, and it's actually got me out on a pinch. So I do like the Hondo one. We have 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, nice. 2 on Cow, ooh, very cool. Nothing critical yet. Saw, love it. Relic 5 Maul. I see there's a Relic 5 Maul. Omicron here, nice. Omicron. Not really needed, so dash is not something you're missing out. Morgan. Relic 7 Brutus, I love it. See, it's a Relic 5 Queen. You have 2 Omicrons on her. Not the end of the world. I actually applied the leadership a couple months ago, and it's actually pretty nice to help kill Rey. 2 on Luthen. Let's see. I don't think you're missing anything that's standing out to me. Has the stab. Crosshair's pretty nice. Gets really high damage, not gonna lie. So it's pretty nice in 5v5. We still on paid reviews? You're still on channel members. Yes, Wishy-Washy. Love these endgame reviews. Early game reviews have predictable advice. I got you, Nate Dogg. When we start on the OnlyFans, Steffi, very soon. Another 5,000 subs and the OnlyFans are going to happen. So stay tuned. What's up, Steph? I have enough for 4 Omis right now. I've improved my hot util score from 2.3 to 4.0. Very nice. Try hard, I got your ally code. No worries, brother. I just want to make sure I give enough time to El Poppy. So, if I was you, El Poppy, I mean, I'd be saving for Maz Kanata, without a doubt. I think you have Mace. Am I wrong with that? I think you have Mace Windu. Yeah, you have Mace Windu. So, Maz Kanata is looking like a character where she's going to want a lot of them. So, definitely want Omicrons for Maz. So, I think at the moment, there's nothing that's going to be a huge impact for you. Obviously, the Hondo one is a luxury. It can be tough, but it's not a game changer for anything like that. So, your Omicrons, very good. Very freaking good. So, I do like the Omicrons in your roster. In terms of speed, let's look at the speed, and then we're going to look at Datacrons in a second. Let's look at the rows. We're going to start here. All right, 288. So, obviously, the modding could be improved. I'm seeing how many rows of plus 300. Okay, up to Boss Nass. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not the end of the world. You're still in Kyber 1. If you want to take the next level up, we're going to want to try to get a couple more rows of plus 300 speed. It's very helpful for certain counters, for certain defensive plays. The modding is very nice to have. So I do think that, looking at the mod store as often as you can, it's okay if you have a crystal stash and you have enough credits to do the 15 refreshes in the mod store. I pick a day during every week where I'm doing at least 10 refreshes in the mod store to check out extra mods. So I do like that as well. $5K, that's it? You must be asking to start one, Vex. I know, everyone wants to see the OnlyFans early. I know, maybe 100K subs, we'll see. How do I need to remod my bow squad for Lord Vader? We will show you right now. So, what I'm recommending, and not the end of the world, your bow is fast. Pretty good. Pretty good. I personally, what I like to do is I like having IG first. So I like to have IG above 300 speed. Get IG above 300 speed. IG goes first. Next is Bam. His modding is going to be tricky. It's not easy. I think the offense set is huge. I highly recommend swapping this mod out for an offense triangle, specifically because of the true damage on Whistling Birds. The critical damage will not amplify any of that damage, but if you put an offense primary, the damage is going to go up. So I like to get him above 10k. And I think if you put an offense set with maybe some offense secondaries, you can hit that number. Obviously, the speed there is very good, but you want Bam to go second. So I'm recommending like 285. It's not going to be easy. It's not an easy thing to hit. But that's just honestly what works for me. You want Bo to go third. Preferably at least one speed slower. One speed slower than your Bam. So let's say your Bo is at 281. You want your Bam at 282. The next thing you're going to want is your Paz Vizsla to be tanky, but also to have tenacity, because if he gets stunned by Apo, your Bo-Katan has a unique, whenever a character gets stunned, she gains 10 speed. That's going to mess up the counter. That is going to mess up the counter. So I like Paz Vizsla to be tanky and have tenacity so he does not get stunned. Right now he's at 80 tenacity. It does not hurt to put a little bit of a tenacity on him. Maybe a tenacity set with the protection primaries or health primaries. Does not matter. I think it's very helpful. The health primaries are going to hurt him with dots with Lord Vader. So that's why I kind of like protection more. But I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. So what you need to do is IG preferably first. Bam second. Bo-Katan third. The rest does not matter. You just want to make sure that your Paz Vizsla does not get stunned by Apo, because that's going to mess up the turn order, and your Bo is going to gain 10 plus speed, and that'll mess up your turn order. But that's what I was doing in last 5v5 season against the Apo Datacron. Without the Apo Datacron, it's going to be even easier, but you do need the turn order clock correctly. And there's a certain strategy within the battle. I'm probably going to make a video about how to do it for the next 5v5 season, on how to properly take out Lord Vader with that team. So stay in tune for that. That's going to be the modding for it. So keep that in mind. I think you said recently that you got this counter up and running. 340. Oops. 341. So what you need to do, El Poppies, is this needs to be swapped. So you need your Great Mothers 1 speed higher than your Morgan. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but your Great Mothers are 1 speed slower. It should be the opposite. Great Mothers need to be first, not Morgan. So I'm happy I checked that out. That's going to be very helpful against the Ezra counter. You want to make sure she can remove the buffs on her big AoE, and then Spirit or Morgan can do the Mass Swarm. So I'm happy I checked that out. Your Spirit offense, not bad. Doesn't need the accuracy as much anymore. Could be a little... The Relic 7 is nice on Spirit. If you're having trouble with Ahsoka or you're timing out against Ahsoka with Watt, the extra Relic levels on Spirit are going to be very helpful. So I do want to make sure that that's up and running for you. It's a big game changer for me. In terms of everything else, you are doing so good. There's not much missing. I'm going to quickly, for the last minute, take a look at your Datacrons. You're doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good. This is exactly what you're going to want to need for the beginning of Kyber 1, like in the early Kyber 1 stages. Obviously, they can be improved by getting a couple rows of the 9s. Preferably, you want to get a full row of the level 9s to be a little bit higher in Kyber. If you're trying to take the next step into being like the next level of Kyber 1, the Datacron farming is going to have to be improved. Obviously, we're going to have to get like at least 2 rows of the level 9s, a 3rd row of the level 3s, and stuff like that. That's pretty huge. Doing great on the focused Datacron farming, so very good with that. I'm so upset that Vader is just not performing the way he should be in 3v3. I'm hoping that in 5v5 we can get something out of him. It's just so upsetting that he's just not performing like how he's supposed to on paper. It really sucks. But you'll get used out of the stats regardless. It's really good stats. I mean, that's good critical damage, good defense, so, and good potency. Wampa, great. Rolo, great. So you got all the good ones. But for you, it's going to be... You're at the point where it's going to be about getting the latest legendary characters and Datacron farming. That's it. And applying Omicrons and characters that need it. The relic levels on your characters are great. If there's a GL that needs an extra relic level, I'm going to recommend your Ray to Relic 9. She's a defensive GL. Nice to have the extra relic levels on her. But you're doing great. You're doing absolutely great. Obviously, keep working on your mods. Keep working on those mods. Check the mod store. Very helpful. Do the refreshes for modding. I know it's annoying. I know it requires crystals, but it really does help. El Poppy, I hope you enjoyed your review, brother. You're doing great. Happy you're in Kyber 1, and you're going to continue to do really good things. I promise. Rusty Garden Chair, the reason that she doesn't need accuracy anymore is because they bug-fixed Great Mothers where she was accidentally giving potency instead of accuracy. So now she's giving the proper accuracy on her team. So now some players are modding their spirit back to offense instead of accuracy. I personally keep the accuracy on there just in case. I don't want to take any chances. But that's why players are doing that. There was a bug fix. So, El Poppy, that is your review, brother. Alright, Tryhard, are you here? Anytime, El Poppy. I appreciate you, dude. You're a great supporter of the channel, and you can reach out to me anytime you need for help with Grand Arena. You're at one of the highest tiers of membership, so do never, ever hesitate to message me about Grand Arena defensive planning, offensive planning, or even help with battles. I'm always around to help. So Tryhard is next, and we have a couple more for today. I'm going to try to get through all of them if they're still here. Getting a little hot in here now. If Tryhard is not around, they're still on the list. They might be busy at the moment. We're going to go ahead and go on to Tony. So if Tony is still here, please let me know. Can I go after the next one? Absolutely, Tryhard. Absolutely. So you're still on the list, so don't worry there. By the way, Jagose, how's it going, brother? Good to see you. Everyone that I haven't been able to reach out to and said hello, great to see everyone. Still finishing up some work I didn't need to do, but almost done. No worries, try hard, we'll get to you. Is Tony still in the chat? Alright, cool, we got Tony. Tony is here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, let's see. Alright, cool. We got Tony starting the clock now. 10 minutes. We got Tones from the Guild Freddy. I absolutely love the name Tones. That's amazing. Kyber 2 player. Rank 1 in Squad Arena. Triple Attacker, Executor, and Fleet. 9.4 million galactic power. That's impressive. You are in Kyber 2 with 9.4. That's really good. You should be very impressed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 galactic legends. So you're missing Kenobi, you're missing Ahsoka, and you are missing... Why do I always forget? Leia. You're missing Leia. Okay, so those are the ones you're missing. Let's take a look at the bottom half. Okay, so no Profundity, no Leia, no Gungans, no Afra, no Bo-Katan Mandalore. No Leviathan. JMK, Bad Batch, no Balin. Alright, so there are some stuff missing. There's definitely some stuff missing. You already have your Morgan at 7-star. Okay. You have Padawan, Obi-Wan at 7-star. I don't know if you have Queen Amidala. We're going to take a look. Keller and Beck is getting up and running. Let's see. What are we working on here? Lord Vader, Rey. Do you have Queen Amidala? Alright, no Queen Amidala, so there's no real rush here yet. Obviously, the Assault Battle is nice, but if you had Queen Amidala up and running, I'd be like, definitely work on them. They're huge. So, I'm going to try to see what you should go for in terms of your next GL. You have Lord Vader up and running. How are your Darkside clones? 1, 2, 3. Where's Disguised? And 4. Okay. So you're fully utilizing the new Darkside clone team. That's great. I'm happy you're utilizing the new Relic level mechanic with like not having them at 7-star. That's big. So I'm happy you have Lord Vader up and running. That makes me very happy. In terms of what you should go for next, you have Commander Ahsoka Tano. I don't think you do. I don't think you do. So you don't have Cat. So I'm going to ask questions as I'm reviewing your account because I just want to get a little bit more to know about what we're working with here. How are you doing in terms of your conquest characters? Are you close to unlocking Cat? Do you have Maul? You have Maul. Do you have Ezra? What is the status of your Queen Amidala? What's the status of your Ezra? What's the status of your Commander Ahsoka Tano? Because that's very impactful for what your next steps are going to be. So I'm always very curious about knowing where you are in terms of those conquest characters. While we're doing that, I'm going to look at your ships. I know you're not close to Profundity. 7-star Executor. Obviously, you're climbing. It's impressive you are where you are without a second GL meta fleet. So let's take a look at your Sith. No Interceptor yet. It's going to take you some time. Obviously, Leviathan is going to be very, very helpful. Bane next month, Ezra month after, and about 4 months to Cat. Rest should come soon after. Okay, that's good to know. So obviously Bane is massive. You already have Sith Eternal, so that's huge. Very, very big. Without Cat on the horizon, JMK is not as important. ideally, you would like to time your JMK unlock with your cat. So, if you can plan that unlock sequence simultaneously or like similar, that's going to be really good for you. So, what I would recommend is keep adding a GL to your roster. Work on Kenobi once your cat is up and running. That's going to be big. I'm missing a lot skin of my teeth in GAC. Well, you're doing really well. I mean, your datacrons are pretty decent, honestly, for Kyber 2. You're focusing very well on the focus datacrons. You have the level 9s that you're going to want. You have really good of the focused of the previous. You're doing very good here. You're missing the 9th Sister Cron. I definitely recommend the 9th Sister Cron. You don't have Night Trooper up and running, so don't worry about that. But you could obviously, keep going with datacrons. But with you, I would focus more on roster than datacrons at the moment, because datacrons are temporary, rosters are forever, I always like to say. So obviously, work on datacrons, but don't go above and beyond for where your means are. So keep finishing the teams. So what I'm going to recommend is, number 1, time the Kenobi unlock with Cat. That's big. Next thing, you got to work on a next ship, your next GL ship. It's going to be huge. You need to get to Kyber 1, the 1 GL meta fleet is just not going to cut it. You seem to be a little bit away from Leviathan. So Profundity should be next. Profundity should be next. Your Outrider should be at 7-star because of Jabba. Your Rebels, we need to take a look at. So let's take a look at your Rebel characters, what your Rogue One is looking like. Jyn Erso needs to be worked on. Your Radis is not done yet. I know ships are not everyone's forte. It's not everyone's favorite thing to do. But you're going to hit a hurdle, like I said to like a couple of other reviews earlier. There will be a hurdle with ships. And you're going to get stuck. No matter what your roster is going to look like in terms of characters, the ships are important. Without Leviathan, you're going to have a hard time. But I'm not sure how close you are to Malgus' Interceptor. Without Malgus' Interceptor, it's not going to happen. You can't unlock it. So, I'm going to also look at your Sith. You have Malgus up and running. So, if you don't mind me asking, Tony, how close are you to Malgus' ship? And also, what is going on, Thorn? Good to see you, brother. Yo, Vex, just going to chill and listen to you on my way to work. Home from work. May the Force be with you all. Sounds good, my dude. Appreciate you stopping in. I'm glad that I can provide a little bit of entertainment. And we got Pop in the chat. What's going on, Pop? Good to see you. So, Tony, what I'm highly suggesting is one of your next steps also has to be a second GL level fleet, meaning Profundity or Leviathan. Depending on how close you are to Interceptor, Profundity might be your next move. Malgus ship next month. I've got Sith ship set to start farming. Very good. I think, since you don't have Leia, if you had Leia, I'd say really good of timing that out with Profundity, because then you can use the Radis and Jyn cheese. But you're still a little bit away from Leia. You don't have Drogon up and running. It's going to take a little bit of time. Leviathan is massive in terms of any sort of fleet. It's huge. Absolutely huge. We got Rowan Vex, my first stream I've been to, been watching for a bit. What do you think would be... Sorry, I can't read this correct. What do you think would it be worth it to buy the Malgus Lightspeed bundle? It all depends on what your priorities are in the game. I'm going to pause the timer, by the way, because I want to answer that question. It all depends on your priorities in the game. Like, if you're getting gated behind a Leviathan unlock because you want Malgus, then yeah, it could definitely be helpful. I personally love Malgus as a character. If you have a Sith Empire team already up and running and you want to just improve your Grand Arena performance and with Malgus, then yeah, I think the timing it takes to unlock Malgus is very long, and timing is everything. If you had the monetary funds to spend, then he's a conquest character. Conquest characters take an extremely long time to unlock. So I'm not sure if it's $40. It's $40 for a single character, which stinks. But the value and the timing of it is very, very huge. So, like, I'm not sure the exact math of the Proving Grounds without refreshing. But if you're an early game player, it takes a very long time. So, it's all about how you value time. If you want to speed up the process, then yes, I do think it's very worth it. He's a great character. If you have a Sith Empire team up and running with Malik, then absolutely, I do recommend it. If you have the monetary funds for it. That's just my personal opinion. Obviously, Lightspeed bundles are better because you get a variety of characters, but in terms of the conquest value, it's big. I hope that helps. But let's reset the timer. So yeah, Tony, I'm going to recommend Leviathan. Leviathan, it's very important. You got to get your Darth Revan to Relic 9. You got to get your Malik to Relic 9, which are two very good characters. Got to get these characters up and running as well. Ships, you got a lot to do with the ships in terms of the Sith. Your droid, your shorty, you got to get your droid up and running. So I want you to keep an eye out on your 50R-T. That is needed to get Leviathan, so start working on her as well. I think in your situation, Leviathan is just too important, and the problem is there might be a new GL meta fleet coming around the corner, but, like, you gotta finish these farms first. And only the one GL fleet is just going to be very tough to get through at the Kyber 1, I'm being honest, so. That's going to be my recommendation for you, is you got to start farming those GL meta fleets. It's going to be very impactful for your roster. Datacron farming, don't go as hard in Datacrons. I think you're doing the perfect amount of investment, maybe a little bit more than you should. Like, you're going to do well. This is a very good Datacron roster for where you are. Time Kenobi with Cat, get your GL fleets up and running, and start to think about getting your Leia up and running. Leia with Profundity is a good, one right after the other. Because Leia with Radisson Jin is a phenomenal cheese. So, kind of pair those together. Pair Cat with JMK and pair Profundity with Leia, and I think you're going to be good. So, Tony, I hope that helps you and a little bit of a direction of what to go towards. You're doing really good. Don't worry about Gungans at the moment. Slowly start working on Balin after that, but you're doing a phenomenal job. You're already in Kyber 2, so you're in top 10 of Fleet Arena. I'm just worried about you getting stuck in Kyber. Do I recommend Leia before Bo-Katan Mandalore? Well, let's see how far you are from Bo. 1, 2, 3. You're a little bit away. You're still a little bit away. The only thing I'm going to say to that is if you have a guild that is all shooting for Bo and for the planet Mandalore, then I'd say going for that is more worth it because of the Chirotech farm. If you're getting all those Chirotechs, but you have to make sure your guild is on the same page with you, otherwise it's not going to be worth it. If your guild is going to, as a group, go for that, then I'd say, yeah, that's worth it. Go for Bo first because you get all the Chirotech and you get a really good Grand Arena team. If your guild is not on the same page as you and you're getting, they're slacking and you're not on the same direction, then Leia's going to be more worth it. So that really depends on where your guild is and what you guys want to do. You got to make sure all members are contributing equally. So that's my honest opinion about that. But Tony, I hope you enjoyed your review. Hopefully we can do another one next month. I hope to see your progress has improved, and I can't wait to see it for next time. So thank you so much, brother. Okay. Hey, bud, what's the process to get a review from you? So, the way we're doing it is if you're a channel member, channel members get absolute priority in the review process, or if you donate to the stream, you get put on the queue as well. All others go on a separate queue, but it's not likely I'm going to get to you because we have a lot of channel members, we have a lot of people donate, so I just got to be a little cautious and valuable of my time a little bit. So that's how it's going to be going forward. Anytime, Tony. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have about 5 or 6 left for the stream. I'm going to try to go as quickly as I can. Got to try to make good with time because it's getting a little late. Is Tryhard available? If Tryhard is not available, the next one is Hideaken Armslayer. So we'll see. Okay, Tryhard is back. Perfect.
Excellent donation.
We got Tony with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. You're an absolute beast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're an absolute legend, Tony. Alright, where are we? Let's get Tryhard up and running. Gonna try to go as not quickly as I can, but we're gonna make sure we're efficient with our time. Alright, and the clock is starting now. This is Tryhard. New member to the channel. Thank you so much for joining the Knights of X and supporting me. I really appreciate it. From Booze, Blasters, and Bounty in Bronzium 2. I like what I'm seeing here. This is exactly what I'm doing on my free-to-play account. You're running the Rolocron with gas. I like to see it. Have Profundity. You have Executor up and running in Fleet Arena. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to be asking you questions as we go, so don't hesitate to type it in the chat. How are you doing in Fleet Arena? Are you able to climb to the top 5? If you're not able to climb to the top 5, what are you getting stuck with? So, that's what I'm curious about, because that could be a big impact for your review. You're at 5.6 million galactic power, so you're still very, early to mid-game, right on the, end of early game. So I'd say 4 million galactic power is considered, I guess, beginning of the mid-game, actually. So, having a GL here at this point is very good, because this allows you to actually get the Proving Grounds characters that you need. Kylo should be able to beat a bunch of the Proving Grounds stuff, so that's really good to have. Can't really counter Leviathans. Okay, so you're seeing Leviathans in Fleet Arena. That stinks. That stinks. That's, I'm not sure if you have massive whales in your Fleet Arena, but that's pretty tough to deal with. You already have Balin up and running, so that's a pretty crazy move. I'm kind of happy to see it. But pretty interesting for where you are in your roster. Great Mother is 341. Morgan, 332. Okay, so not as close as they should be, but for where you are, you're going to do really well if you see any Ahsokas. Basically, I'm an account that started in 2017 but took a break until now from 2019 to last year, so all my shard are old players and tough to climb. That's exactly... Okay, I was curious. I'm about to say, Leviathans at this GP is going to be pretty impressive unless they're major, major whales, so that makes a lot of sense. You took a huge break, so you're dealing with a lot of those veteran players that have been around for a while, so I get it. That's going to be tough. It's just something you're going to have to deal with being from a very old shard. But in terms of your next steps, you have Kylo. Very good. Like to see it. I want to see what you are missing, because you're gonna be missing quite a bit. But it'd be nice to see where your path next should be. In terms of Galactic Legends, can't go wrong as a next GL possibly being Jabba. The reason being is he has a very good event for mods, and for where you are in the game, getting mods at this point is going to be super beneficial for your entire roster. So, I'm not sure how close you are. Do you have Jedi Knight Luke up and running? That's a very good question. Alright, no Jedi Knight Luke. Let's see where you are. Where's your Hermit Yoda? Let's see. Basically, I'm full free to play. I've got 2 Lightspeed bundles. Okay, I gotcha. I'm not seeing Hermit Yoda. We got Rich. Yo, Vex, how do we get a roster review? If you are a channel member, or you donate to the stream, or you're a Twitch Prime sub, you are entitled to a roster review. Currently farming Poncho Bros into Starkiller. Was thinking Lord Vader next because I want to get Marauder running. That's not a bad idea. Looks like you're not that close to Jedi Knight Luke, so I don't see Hermit Yoda. I'm going to take a look at Wampa. No Wampa. So that's going to take a little bit of time. So maybe that's not the best idea for you. Lord Vader. Let's check out the Bad Batch. Alright, Bad Batch need a little bit of gear. Not a bad option to get. Let's take a look at your ships. You already have the BTL-B Y-Wing up and running, so that's a really good start. Marauder. Let's see where your Marauder is. Okay. You have Marauder unlocked. Lord Vader is not a bad option to go for it. The thing is, do you have gas up and running? That's a good question. You already have gas. That's good. That's good. What you need to do, though, is you have to work on these characters. You got to work on Hunter, you got to work on Tech, and you got to work on Wrecker. You can kind of ignore... Well, you can't ignore Echo. Echo is needed. But the first three I would recommend working on are these three because of Endurance and Marauder. So, pretty good to have. In terms of Bounty Hunters, you're going to need Zam Wessel, who's already at 7. Very cool. Next up is going to be your Separatist. Let's see how your Separatists are looking. Dooku is there. Nude is there. Okay. Okay. Got to get him to Relic 8. That's not the end of the world. Let's look at your Tarkin. You're actually a lot closer to Leviathan or to Lord Vader than I thought. Rich says no other way. The other way is you get put on a non-member queue, which is very unlikely I'm going to be able to get to you because the member queue is really, really big. Just being completely transparent, it's going to be very hard to get to the non-members. My light side characters are in the trenches. I really like dark side characters. Yeah, I'm currently farming up Marauder, farming up Charge for the Bad Batch and the ship. Very good. I think you're closer to Lord Vader than you think. The toughest hurdle is going to be the Bad Batch because they require Chirotech, but they're a great team to have. I have beaten so many teams at Relic levels with a non-Relic level Bad Batch team. It's incredible. So, Lord Vader is a great option for you. Hey, David, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to the Knights of X, my dude. Thank you. Yeah, so... Bad Batch are great. Great option. You already have the ship. This is one of the biggest hurdles of the Lord Vader farm is this ship right here. Already at 7 stars. That's great. Keep working on your Marauder with the Fleet Shard currency. Very nice to have. I love it. So, and how's your endurance looking? Okay.
I want you to join me.
Rich with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. If I can't get to your review today, you're going to be put on the member queue and 100% going to get to you. So, you let me know if you want a review. I'll put you on for next time and we'll definitely do it. Yeah, Dev, should I go for Starkiller first or Lord Vader after Poncho Bros? Well, let's look at your Starkiller farm. Let's go to Empire. She's 2 relic levels away. Not bad. Scoundrels. Dash, only 4 relic levels away. Not bad at all. Who else would be? Next would be Talon. So Talon needs a couple more stars. And then the last one is... Who's the last one? Talon. Kyle Katarn. Where is Kyle Katarn? Why don't I see him? No Kyle Katarn yet. No Kyle Katarn yet. By the way, I got Doc, whatever you call her. Very nice, Bob. Nice. Dr. Afra. So, answering your question, Tryhard, I would go for Lord Vader first. 100% go for Lord Vader first. You get more value with a GL than Starkiller. Because Lord Vader is not only good in Grand Arena, but he's good in all game modes. And he's going to help you in Conquest. He's going to help you in Proving Grounds. Going to help you in Galactic Challenges. So, I would recommend the Lord Vader farm first, then Starkiller, if that's the path you're wanting to lean towards. Just being completely transparent with you. Lord Vader should be your priority over Starkiller after the Poncho Bros. Holy, I just edged out. I'm going to pause the timer for a second. Just edged out the Zepho mission. I dodged the last attack and won the battle. That's happened to me before, Brian. That mission can get dicey. Rich, to be honest with you, it's getting a little late. We have a little bit more left. You're a little bit late on the queue, but I'm going to do another roster review stream either this week or next, and you will be on the list. So if you join my Discord, I get notifications that tag everyone in the Discord when I'm doing reviews. So don't be afraid to join, and I'll definitely get to you 100%. Not too close on it for Star Killer, but I want to get him because I think he's so good with what I have. I haven't unlocked Kyle yet. I have 300 shards for him. Oh, nice. Sounds good. That's definitely a good reason. Yeah, that's just my honest opinion, tryhard. I think Lord Vader first, then Star Killer, if that's what you want to do. The number one priority, have fun. Number two, try to be efficient with your farms. Focus on one thing at a time if you can. That's always super important, is to don't spread yourself too thin and go for multiple different farms. Just focus on one thing at a time. If that thing takes a long time, then you could slowly start to dwindle into something else. But if you're close to something, you have the resources for it, finish that one project. So once you're done with the Poncho Bros, which is what you want to do because of the assault battle, I get it. So you got Padawan Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. Finish those guys. Get Lord Vader. Get Star Killer. Then I'm going to recommend start getting your Jedi Knight Luke up and running. Jedi Knight Luke is very good for unlocking multiple GLs. Very good for the Jedi Assault Battle. Very, very cool. So I think that would be another great option for you. It's going to take time because of Wampa. It's going to take time because of Hermit Yoda. But those are great characters to have. Wampa is very good for Grand Arena. Super clutch. So I'm going to say that's another great option to look towards once you're there. Because once you get your Jedi Knight Luke, you can start to go for either Jabba or your Jedi Master Luke. So that's something I'm going to recommend for you. I think that's a great second option. You have a good supporting Jedi cast to do that as well, so you can finish the assault battle. Very, very important. So that's what I'm going to kind of lean you towards after Lord Vader and Star Killer is Jedi Knight Luke. So start getting your Hermit Yoda, start getting your Wampa. Very good characters, can deviate into multiple GLs. So that's going to be my early recommendations for you, try hard. If you want to do another review next month, I'd be more than glad to do that. I'm very happy to see you become a channel member, and I'm looking forward to your progress, and I think you're doing really good for where you are. Keep working on Proving Grounds. Keep working on Conquest. You're going to do a really good job. Pop, I just noticed the lightsaber in the background. It's sick. Thank you so much. I freaking love it. I love the lightsaber. Keiko. Hey, everyone. How's it going? And welcome, Keiko. Good to see you. El Poppy, you're an absolute legend, my dude. You know I love you, man. Thank you so much for the support tonight. Love seeing this channel grow. You are an absolute beast. The channel grows because of your support. I really do. I love you, man. I do it. Can you link the Discord, bro? Let me see if I can post the link. Copy. Let's see if this works. Do you have time to see what mods real quick? What I need to work on? Yeah, let me see. I'll quickly look at the mods really quick, and then we gotta go a little bit. Mara Jade, very fast, very good. We already checked them out. Your Balin Skull, that's fine. The speed is great. Obviously, you're gonna need characters with a lot more speed. Darth Revan is 309, that's fine. Pretty fast. Okay, 262. So what you need to do is, I think you're running a little low on speed. You definitely got to work on your speed, without a doubt, because once you get into after Thrawn, it gets a little weak. So what you should do is, like, Captain Rex is really good with speed. Hux needs to be a lot faster. Yeah, it really needs to be a lot faster. Shadow, have a great night, my dude. Always a pleasure, my guy. Always a pleasure. I would definitely work on your Hux. Kylo seems to be your main team. Just to be completely honest with you, this is not to be harsh, but 242 speed on Hux is just not going to really cut it. You want to get at least 120 speed plus on this guy. Get him to at least 280 if you can. 300 would be better, but you got to work on your Hux mods. Also, he's a fleet commander. You want to get all these to 6 dot. He's a commander. You want those mods at 6 dot. Your crew, I want to look at next because... Where's your crew? Kylo Ren on mask, where are you? Why can't I see him? Okay. Again, crew is a pilot. You want to get 6-stop mods in this guy. Very important for you. Definitely work on speed mods. Definitely work on your 6-stop mods, especially for the fleet pilots. First order seems to be, you know, a fleet that you have. Gonna check out these pilots quick. These have to be 6-stop. This is your squad, your fleet arena team. 6-stop mod 6-stop these mods on your fleet characters. That is essential. Always, always, always your fleet arena. 6-stop mods on every single one. And over here, probably gonna be the same thing for IG. It should be Xanadu Blood, to be honest with you, but IG 6-stop mods. They're not getting the full amplifying power. So that's going to be your review. Try hard. I hope you did enjoy it. I always appreciate it. Sean Clark's illegitimate son. Do you play any other video game system in the house? Thanks. I do. I play many games on my computer, and I have an Xbox where I sometimes play if I just want to like lay down and chill. What's up, Andy Lee? Good to see you, my dude. Have you done my review? Just wake up from my bed. No, Andy. You are on the queue. You're absolutely on the queue. Gonna have to get to it next time. If you want it in a video format, I could do that as well. I know you like the video as well, but we're definitely gonna get to it. Brian says, "What's the queue looking like?" Well, I have to see if these the members are still here. So we have Hideaken Armslayer. Are you still here? And we have a little bit in the queue. We have Hideaken, Diana, Atticus, Michael Murphy, Ben Grogu, Brian. I just need your ally code, Brian, as well. And the roster review section, Rich, is in the roster review request on my Discord. Alright, cool. We have Hideaken Armslayer. Very cool. Alright, start on the clock. Okay, we have Hideaken Armslayer from the First Crusaders, and they are in Carbonite 2. Has a Radis team in their squad arena with the Rolo Datacron. Very, very cool. 3.6 million galactic power, so they are very close to Proving Grounds. That's going to be massive, massive, massive. The only thing I'm concerned about for the roster is, are they going to have a team that can take out the Proving Grounds? So, typically you're going to want a GL by the time you hit 4 million galactic power. I think it's very, very important to have a GL at that time. I got you, Tryhard. I got you. And Diana, awesome you're here. Jagos, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Off to La La Land. I'm going to be in La La Land very soon, too. So, for your account, Hideaken, we got to start, as you get closer to 4 million, that means hard conquest, that means Proving Grounds. You got to make sure you have a team up and running to be able to beat that. So, working on SLKR after Peridia Pals. Fam, what's up, fam? Good to see you. The queues carry over to stream. Yes, Rusty Garden Share, absolutely. And thank you so much. I appreciate it, Rusty. You're still in the queue. The queue carries over to the next stream, always. I never take it off, so absolutely. So Hideaken, I think finishing Kylo by the time you get to 4 billion galactic power will be extremely important for the reasons I listed earlier in terms of Proving Grounds. Those are all the essential characters are for this game. Or most of the essential characters are Proving Grounds. You got your Maul, you got Cat, you got your Malgus, you got Interceptor. All these really good characters and ships that are essential. Razor Crest, what you get in the Fleet Arena store, but something you're going to want to focus on. So, you said you're working on the Peridia Pals. That's pretty interesting for where you are, because they are a Kyrotech heavy investment team. Working on SOKR after Peridia Pals. The problem is that these guys aren't even close to being up and running, and they require a lot of Kyrotech. Like, if I were you, I would definitely work on finishing Kylo first. That's my personal opinion. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. This is your account. Whatever you want to do with the game. My personal opinion is finish Kylo. The Peridia Bros just require a ton of Kyrotech, and I don't even think you have a team up and running to put them in. If you go into the Night Sisters, where are you, Night Sisters? Night Sisters aren't even up and running, and I don't think you have Imperial Remnant. Yeah, no, I really don't think the Peridia Bros are a good option for you. I know that they're really good for the assault battle, but at this point in the game, I think finish your Kylo farm. Like, you're not that far away. Pretty much, you gotta do 100 Kyrotech here. You're gonna have Kyrotech here. You're right there. You're right there for getting Kylo. He's such a good Galactic Legend to have. It's a very good first one. Looks like you're all done with the ships. Is the Finalizer up and running? Finalizer's done. I mean, my brother, you're right there. You're right there. If I were you, Kylo should be first. First priority. Get that first GL off your plate. You already have Finalizer. You got to finish these characters up and running. You're really close. You're going to do them after Kylo? Okay. If that's what you want to do, and then you get the Assault Battle perks, then I get it. But the value that a GL brings to your roster, you're going to have it at the perfect time. Great for Grand Arena. Great for Proving Grounds. Good for Conquest. Good for TB. It's one of the best GLs in the game. My favorite character in the game. One of my favorite characters in Star Wars. So, can't go wrong with him. You're going to have to work on your Veteran Smuggler Han Solo, which is still at 5 stars. So, do not forget about this guy. You'll get him up to 7 stars very quickly, but do not forget, you need this guy for Kylo. So, start working on his Cantina farm. In terms of the rest of your roster, after Kylo, and you're done with your Peridia farm, looks like you have Cad Bane up and running. You probably have Executor. You got your Wat Tambor at Relic 5, so I wonder if that's a Lightspeed bundle. You got Malgus, that's probably a Lightspeed bundle. So this looks like a Lightspeed bundle account, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but it really seems that way. I have his 7 stars, just no credits. Ah, I gotcha. The good thing with the update is that the credits are cut in half, so that should help your progress a lot more. That it takes half the amount it would normally to get characters up and running in terms of credits. So that's a huge, huge perk. But in terms of your next steps, you can do many different options. You have Captain Rex up and running. So, do you have Jedi Knight Luke? How close are you to Jedi Knight Luke? I see Wampa is already at 6 star. So you want to finish your Wampa. Let's check out your Hermit Yoda. Okay, no Hermit Yoda. Since you have Wampa up and running, Hermit Yoda is not a bad second option to go for. That'll lead you towards Jedi Knight Luke, which I was saying earlier in the previous review. Helps you with a Jedi Assault Battle. Also is going to lead you towards Leia and also lead you towards Jabba. Jabba is going to help you with your mod progress. Very, very important for any roster. His mod event is so nice. It gets you those 6-stop mods. It gets you those massive health mods and the high speeds. It's really good to have. So I want you to take a look or think about a path into Jedi Knight Luke. He's a great character. Feeds into multiple Galactic Legends. Really good to have on your roster. Good for the assault battles. Gonna get your Kyrotech. Good for TB. So I want you to keep an eye on Jedi Knight Luke. I see you have Radis as well. So what you want to also consider is if you go for a Jabba farm, that'll feed right into a Profundity farm because Jabba needs Outrider, so that's pretty good to have. We got Chris Kenyon. What's going on, Chris? Good to see you. 20 more shorts for Wampa, so I'm waiting for Galactic Bounties. Thanks, I will do that push. Very cool, very cool. We got Jalen. Hey, Vex, hope you've been well. Haven't been around in a while. You still playing Strike Force? Hey, Jalen, good to see you. Still playing it in the background a little bit. In the background, not as much. But still a little bit here and there when I have the time. Absolutely. Good to see you, my dude. Okay, so it's smart that you're waiting for the Galactic Bounties. That's actually pretty smart. I would start working on Hermit Yoda. I really would. Good character. Needed for a lot. Can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. In terms of steps after that, love the GAC videos. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. There's a lot of different directions you can go. There's a lot you can go. Once you get Kylo up and running, I'm really going to recommend... I really like Jabba. I think Jabba would be really good for your roster, but you have to get Jedi Knight Luke first. So, that's honestly what I would do. I mean, you already have a Executor fleet up and running, so it kind of ties in a little bit. But you have to get that Jedi Knight Luke. I already have Commander Luke Skywalker up and running. He's going to be needed at Relic 3, so that's already one thing done. You need your 3PO, I believe. Chewbacca you're going to need. 3PO is going to be done pretty quickly. But CLS alone will open up a lot for your account when starting Jedi Knight Luke. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, really good option to have. Great character. I really, really recommend that for you as a early game player. You already have Executor, so that's big. Already have a 7-star Executor. That's massive. Absolutely massive. Finalizer is going to be your secondary fleet. You have an Interceptor already, so I think you are getting Lightspeed bundles, so you are doing a really good job there. But, and you have Negotiator. You have a lot. You have a lot up and running. I don't think you're ready for Lord Vader yet. You do have the Bad Batch Lightspeed bundle, but you still have to farm the ship. And you got to get some of the other characters up and running. You don't have Maul to pair with him. You don't have the new clones to pair up with him. So, I think Jabba would be a really good option for you, not going to lie. In terms of modding, I want to see how you are just, you know, if you are farming mods at all. Alright, that's an offense set on your Radis. 7-star Executor under 4 million galactic power is nice. Very nice. Very impressive. We are going to have to work on some speed sets, I think. I don't see a lot of speed sets. There's one here. That's actually pretty good. Echo is 303. Not the end of the world. He could be faster. But as you progress, as you keep getting the Lightspeed bundles, as you keep farming these characters, keep working on your mods. Use the Marquee event. Keep spamming the level 1 of the Marquee event that gets you mods. Get the Jedi Assault Battle up and running. That's going to help you with mods. These two alone should help. But you should definitely work on some Jedi to get that up and running. Absolutely. Yeah, I bought 8 Lightspeed bundles and just got 7-star Executor, so I'm all in on my GL farms now. Very good. You have the right idea. Since you got all the Lightspeed bundles up and running, start working on those farms. Start working on those farms. I'm going to say for the last time, I do think that the Jedi Knight Luke path is good for you. You have the Master Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan up and running. Pairs really well with having them as Jedi up and running as well. So, that's the path I'm recommending for you. Finish Kylo first. Do your Peridia bros that you want to finish, and then work on Jedi Knight Luke and get your Jabba. Work on the mods. Very big for your roster. Thank you so much for the donation, Hideaken. I hope you enjoyed your review. Wishy-Washy says, did I miss mine? No, you did not, but we are still going through a bunch of channel members. So it's going to take some time, my bro. Zoltik, or I don't know if I'm saying this correctly. Zotik, how do I get a roster review? If you are a channel member, if you're a channel member, a Twitch Prime subscriber, or if you donate to the stream, you're able to get a roster review. I heavily respect the Padawan Kenobi and Master Qui-Gon below 4 million galactic, below 4 million. Lightspeed bundles are a good foundation. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lightspeed bundles are really good for early game players. Smack that like button, YouTube viewers. Absolutely coast to coast. Thank you so much for saying that. How does a Dono roster review cost? I'm not going to make it a limit. I'd say what a roster review, what a channel membership would be. So $5 would be, I think, fair. The best money I spent for my account. Thanks a lot, Vex. You're the man. Hideaken, I appreciate the kind words. You're an absolute beast. You're an absolute beast, and thank you for donating. thanks for taking the time to help the community, Vex. Of course, of course. I love hanging out with you guys. Alright, guys, I think we have time for 4 more. It's getting a little late for me. I gotta be up at 4:30, which is crazy, but I love this community a lot, so anything for you guys. Diana Thomas, you are next. So, Diana Thomas, if you are here, please let me know.
I want you to join me.
Chris Kenyon with the channel membership. Thank you so much for becoming a Knight of Vex. Chris, if you want a channel membership, please let me know, and I'll get you up for next time, and I'll put you in the queue, my friend. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I'll definitely have to throw in for a review that comes along because I'm starting to get lost. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I want you to join me.
We have I Like Your Neck More Better has a Twitch sub. Thank you so much. Dark Side DSV Kron is a great start. You can say that. Okay, so you posted in my Discord. Let me see. Oh, we have Cheese. Okay. Cheese, you're getting put on the list. And we have Rich, also a Twitch Prime sub, getting put on the list. Okay, cool. If I can't get to everyone today, it's definitely going to happen the next time, I promise. It's getting a little late. Alright, Diana Thomas is here. Awesome. I got you. Love the videos. Thank you so much, my dude. Thinking on my master membership, so can I jump a bit higher in queue? Where am I in the queue? Andy, you are priority. There were some members that were already in the chat before you, so I was trying to get through them, but I will definitely get to you no matter what. I promise. But Diana Thomas has been a couple months. I wasn't able to get to you. Andy, I promise I'm going to get to you. Alright, Diana Thomas, it's time for your review. Sigma Alliance Omega. Kyber 2. Almost a million legacy score in Kyber. Very good. Almost 4 million galactic power. Damn. I don't think you're going to be missing much. Okay, so you're missing Mace and the Pirates, obviously. Nothing here is screaming to me. Obviously, this will help with your ship farm, but no Master Mace yet. You're almost farming the clones, so that's slowly getting up and running. I don't have Tarfolette Relics either. So you're doing pretty good there. I mean, this is a crazy count. You're in Kyber 2? Wow, Kyber 2. It's a really good roster. Absolutely insane. Okay, let me look at Omicrons. Possible Omicrons that are missing that I would recommend. Free to play since day 1, hour 0. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Alright, let's take a look-see. Omicrons. Alright, which one are you missing on Balin? Alright, not the end of the world. Hashir, good. Drogon is not essential, but it's nice to have. Starkiller, I like having this. I really like having this. This is very helpful to taking out Rays or getting that massive buff removal. I think is very helpful. I do like the second one on Starkiller. Not gonna lie. So that's catching my eye. CX2 for 3v3 Grand Arena is not bad to have. Pretty tough to take out Lord Vader with it. I think it's only 10 Omicrons anyway. Hondo is a luxury, not essential. Stap is... Okay, Stap's pretty good. Happy you have Saw. Saw is really good. Omega is not essential, but it's nice to have. Vaj good. Qui-Gon good. Zalbar luxury. Treya essential. Morgan. We gotta talk about Morgan. I highly, highly recommend the Morgan one, and we're gonna go over this counter. I'm not sure if you're aware of the Great Weather counter for Ahsoka, but we're gonna go over it. That caught my eye. Luthen is good. I mean, the other ones are luxury. No need for SM33 yet. Nothing screaming yet. Crosshair is nice to have. Yeah, I mean, in terms of the Omicrons, that's what I'm gonna recommend for you. Night Sisters. Great Mothers. 342, very good. Morgan Elsbeth is gonna have to be faster. I recommend getting her to at least 340. So if you have Great Mothers at 342, you want her at 340 to be able to beat Ahsoka. Spirit has a speed set, or has a speed arrow. Almost 10k offense. That's pretty good. I think what you really need to work on is going to be your Morgan Elsbeth has to be faster, and I recommend throwing an Omicron on her if you want to beat Ahsoka with Ezra. It's very helpful, or even to beat Ahsoka in general before timing out. So that's something I'm definitely going to recommend. Mandalorians. Let's check the speed. I would definitely try to make your BAM second. BAM second is very good for the turn order. IG first, BAM second, Bo third. Put some health and tenacity on your Paz Vizsla so he doesn't get stunned. Very good for the Lord Vader counter. I do like that a lot. So those are two counters that I'm thinking of off the bat. In terms of added extra relic levels to your characters, all your GLs are at Relic 9, so that's good to have. You have a Relic 9 Ezra. I love the Relic 9 on Ezra. Darkside Rey, how do you have her modded? Speed. 171. I don't think she needs to be that fast for Grand Arena at this moment, but not bad at all. Not bad at all. Extra relic levels. There are definitely tanks that could benefit more, but nothing at the moment is screaming to me that, like, oh, this could be very helpful. Let's take a look at your bounty hunters for your Leviathan, or your Executor. And let's do relic level. Alright, Relic 8, Relic 8. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. I do like a Relic 9 punishing one, but you'll be fine. Let's look at relic levels. Who do I like to look at? Unaligned Force users. 9. Alright, you like the Ufus a lot. Malicos. Okay, there's an Omicron I missed. Yeah, Die-Whelp is a phenomenal Omicron. Malicos has turned into a character that needs all three, to be honest with you. He's that good. Malicos is that good. So, I do like the third Omicron on him. I like the second Omicron on Starkiller. I really do like it a lot. Had a former guildmate who gave me some stuff. Ah, okay. Can we check Datacrons? Absolutely. Datacrons need work. Okay, so this is the problem. This is what's holding you back. The Datacrons. Because, this is not disrespect. This is just going to hold you back an incredible amount in Kyber 1. You have a huge account. Datacrons are what are holding you back. You need to farm a lot more. You got to put way more into Conquest. You got to farm the 50s. You got to get the 100s. So, you got to put more investment. I know you're free to play. If you have enough of crystals and if you have enough crystals stored up, I would do the 50, at least the 50 refreshes in Conquest every single time it's up. Get up to the 50s. Very important. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to compete that heavily. That's my recommendation, is the Datacrons are what hurting you in terms of progressing. Like, you're in Kyber 2, and you're in Kyber 2 based off of your sheer account power. You have a ton of characters. You have high galactic power. I'm sure you have really high speed on your characters. Let's take a look. Armorer. Yeah, you have the speed. You're going to have the speed. Yeah. The biggest thing with this account is Datacrons. 100%. So, as best as you can, 50s, 100s. I have a third eye for these things. Diana, I think for you, if you want to progress in terms of your endgame performance in Grand Arena and Kyber, this is your answer. This is straight up it. There's nothing that I'm seeing on your account. Obviously, the Omicrons are nice to have. Is it going to be huge? It's not going to be a game breaker. It'll be helpful, but it's this. This is the big. I do the 50s, but with no passes or anything, it's hard to get just to get red crate. I get it. I don't get the passes, and I do the 50s and the 100s to get red crate. You have 2 weeks to do it, but you definitely have a roster capable of getting red crate very easily. There's not much missing. There's not hardly anything important missing. But I would definitely recommend utilizing the shard shop, getting your data cache in the shard shop. Don't worry about the passes. Obviously, you're a free-to-play player. You're not going to be able to get all the focus Datacrons if you're farming the Omicrons. You did really well here with the focus Datacrons, but this, you got to get a little bit more going with this new set. It's going to be very, very difficult. The Rolocron is missing as well, so that's going to be super helpful for you. You have all the characters that you would need. You have Ninth Sister, you have Scav Ray, you have Night Trooper. These are all Datacrons you're going to want to farm and get with your roster size, because it's you have the characters. Let's utilize the Datacrons to get them up and running as well. So, honestly, that's going to be my honest opinion on your account. There's nothing more I have to comment, because you have the speed. You got to fine-tune your Great Mother counter a little bit. But everything else, you have everything you're going to want on anyone's account. You have everything. It's actually phenomenal. This is what's holding you back, and that's just my honest opinion, Diana. But that's going to be your review. We just hit the 10-minute mark. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it might be a little bit of a... I don't want to be harsh, but that's just my honest take and constructive criticism with your account. But thank you so much for your review. Or for your support. Okay, next up is going to be Atticus. Is Atticus in chat? What's up, Boris? Free-to-play gang checking in. What's going on, Boris? Hey, we have not been able to hit the free-to-play reviews yet. We have a bunch of channel members and donators in the chat. If Atticus is in chat, let me know. If not, we'll go on to the next person, and then we're going to get to all of the rest of the reviews in another stream, because I've been streaming for a couple hours now. I have to get up early for work. I can't go to bed too late, to be honest. But players like Andy Lee, all other channel members will be getting a review this month, I promise. It's just the first review session of the month, so I can't get to them all at once. Do you know where I am in the queue, and also when will the next review be? Do me a favor, can you post your ally code? I don't think you posted your ally code before. Can you please post your ally code in chat, and I'll put you in the queue for the next time? I'm streaming tomorrow for Grand Arena. I don't want to promise and say I'm going to be reviewing rosters that day, but if not, maybe the weekend or maybe the day after. if you guys join my Discord, I make announcement pings every time I do roster reviews, so it's a great way to be kept in the loop. Okay, it looks like Atticus is not here. So, is Michael Murphy in chat? And Atticus, if you are not here, we will definitely get to you. You're on the queue. Andy Lee is also here. But we have Atticus, Michael Murphy, and Ben Grogu. So, is Michael Murphy still in chat? Cool, Michael Murphy is here. Okay. Atticus, do not worry. If you're not here in chat, we will get to you at another time. So very cool. We got Michael Murphy. And the timer is starting now. So we got MJM from the Golden Control. They are in a Rhodium 4. Very, very good. Let's take a look at the roster. 10 million galactic power. Hey, Kivak Mac 99, thank you so much for the follow, brother. Welcome to the Knights of X. What we're working with here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 GLs. Very, very good. In terms of the top half, we have Gas. Do we have Revan? We have Revan. We have Ezra. We have Ezra. Very, very nice. Wishy-washy, I have to get channel members done first, my brother. I do apologize. And we have Chris. Thank you. And then, okay, we have Darkside Vision Ray. Very good. How do you have her modded? Not terrible. It's Relic 5, so. First thoughts are get Jabba and Leia. Well, definitely because of the value that they bring. So, we're going to definitely take a look at the bottom half and see what they're missing to see what their next plan would be. But that's an absolute great first assumption to make. So, you have Ezra. So, you're doing the Conquest stuff great. And the Conquest stuff is good. Definitely got to work on his mods a little bit. He could use a little bit more speed. But let's look at the bottom half. See what we're missing. That's Great Mothers, that's Gungans, that's Ahsoka, that's Profundity, that's Leviathan, that's Leia. Jocasta Nu. So you're getting a lot. Working on finishing Master Qui-Gon. Okay, do you have Queen Amidala up and running? Is Queen Amidala close to getting farmed? You have Queen Amidala up and running. Very good. So, you're going to get your Qui-Gon to Relic 9. Then thinking Vader, Leviathan, and Kenobi. Okay. We could definitely take a look at that path. So, you have her at Relic 3. So, you're very conservative with the Relic levels. I get it. Don't want to overindulge in that. At least she's here. You get him to 1 Relic level, you have access to the Tier 9 of the Assault Battle. That's great for, like, the droid brains and stuff like that. So you're saying you want to... Thinking about Vader. Do you have Bad Batch up and running? You got the Bad Batch Lightspeed Bundle. That's one huge step. The next thing is, do you have the Galactic Republic ship that takes a long time? You got the Galactic Republic ship. Okay, you got the 2 hardest things done. That's really good for Lord Vader. Let's look at your bounty hunters. Let's get down to business. Hey, Pexu, thank you so much for the sub, bro. Welcome to the Knights of X. You got Zam. Perfect. You have Embo, right? Embo, perfect. Okay, that's the bounty hunters. Let's go to the Sith. You have Count Dooku. Needs 1 extra relic level. Let's check your clones. 501st. You have Gas. Needs to be relic 8. Arc needs to be relic 8. Okay, that's a couple more relic levels. You can pull that off. Next, we got to check Tarkin. Relic 7. Very good. Separatist. Newt Gunray, 7. Very good. What else am I missing? Who am I missing? Who am I missing? There's something else I'm missing. And I should know this because I'm farming it on my free-to-play. Make sure to drop Omicrons and Quad May. Absolutely. Let's be bundle account so Zeta and Omicrons are scarce. Gotcha. I see a pay-to-win account, so missing Zetas. The Zetas are always tough when you get those Lightspeed bundles because they don't get them. Let's take a look at the Vader stuff. Logging into my other account. Queen Amidala, I missed. Or Padme Amidala, I always mess that up. She's at 5, she needs to be at 8. Tusken Raider. Always forget about Tuskens. Tusken Raider's at 7. Yeah, for the most part, you're right there. You gotta take a little bit of time with the relic levels. The thing is how are you doing with the clones? Here's the thing. If you go for Lord Vader next, his true home is going to require CX2, Apo, Scorch, and Disguised Clone Trooper. And that's going to be a whole other huge team to get up and running. The plus to it is that they're needed for the Order 66 raid. And I'm not sure how you're doing in it, but you have a team that can do 300k here, 300k there, 300k here, and then a Keller and Beck team that can perform probably 600, 900k. With full Relic 7 clones, are not going anything. They absolutely need Datacron's help. Depends on where you are in the game, I think. Definitely, and late game, they're definitely a little bit weak. I think Leia is a safer call. Well, let's take a look at how close they are to Leia. Drogon still needs work. Definitely still needs work. Let me see. I'm looking at all the layer requirements. It's hard to remember them all. Captain Rex needs to be up and running. Drogon needs to be up and running. Nisa. We'll get to Nisa in a second. Lando should be up and running, right? Lando is up and running. Akbar should be up and running as well because of the Lightspeed bundle. Yep. R2-D2 is at 7, so close. Captain Han Solo should be done, I believe. Yep. Officer Leia Organa is done. This is actually looking closer than I thought. Commander Luke is at Relics. Chupio is at Relics. Lobot is where? Isn't Lobot a rebel? Okay, Lobot shouldn't be that hard to gear up. Honestly, Leia might not be a bad option. Let's see what your Bausch is looking like. Leia's looking a little better. Let's look at your Outrider. Wait, she doesn't need Outrider anyway. Let's look at your Ewoks. Let's look at Scout Trooper. Okay, that's a little bit of a hurdle. You gotta get him up and running. To be completely honest with you, with this account, if you go for Lord Vader, you have to go for a whole other team that for a requirement that you're not even ready for. The good thing is you'll have Maul, so you'll have a Maul Vader team up and running, but you won't have the Dark Side clone team up and running. So that's the one caveat, is even if you do go for Lord Vader, you have Maul, but you got to throw the Zetas on him. And you got to work on the mods, obviously. You got to throw some offense. It's tough. It's tough because you seem to be close on both. I think both will work. What do you mean Leia's the worst GL? Leia's not the worst GL. I think she's the best GL, in my opinion. Leia is the best option here. Profundity is something to consider. How's Rogue One looking? No Rogue One, Rogue One, you might want to get the Lightspeed bundle for Rogue One. That's going to help. So you are a Lightspeed bundle account. If you're going to do another Lightspeed bundle, I do like the Rogue One one because that gets you one step closer to Profundity. Hold on. I have no problem switching it up. Just know I only have to like those 7-something characters and that's it. I got you, Michael. So a GL is a GL. If I were you, Leia needs to be on the horizon and Lord Vader. They're both Galactic Legends. They're both very good. In terms of where you are with your account, Leia is really, really good. You gotta get Drogon up and running, though. That's the one thing. If you get Leia up and running, the good thing is that if the Rogue One Lightspeed bundle comes back, you're able to now use this Leia Rogue One cheese that will help you take out a bunch of weird GL lineups that you might struggle with. And it'll get you one step closer to Profundity. For Leia, I have to fully gear Lobot, Drogon, and Scout. So if I were you, I would definitely get the shards up for Drogon, slowly work on Scout Trooper. I don't think you're missing much for Lord Vader, though. Like, Lord Vader is close. So, whatever route you go, those should be your vice versa. Those should be your vice versa GLs. So you can go for both. There's no reason why you can't go for both. Definitely waiting for the Profundity Lightspeed bundle to come back. Okay, I gotcha. So that's a good path. So Michael, honestly, my recommendation is, regardless of what you go for first, whether it's Leia or Lord Vader, if you go for Leia first, try to time that Lightspeed bundle with Rogue One and get Profundity after. But also, Lord Vader is right on the horizon. So your next two GLs, no matter what, are going to be Leia and Lord Vader. Leia is probably better value for you right now because of the team is already coming along with the requirements. You get R2, you get Drogon, and you can slot in 2 other slots. And if you get the Lightspeed bundle, you get Raditz and Jyn. So that's the plus to that. So I'm really, really going to advocate for Leia, Rogue One Lightspeed bundle, Lord Vader, Profundity. And then hopefully you have your Marauder up and running. Marauder is pretty much right there. 6 stars, still going to perform absolutely fine. So, that's great. Leia over Kenobi? Honestly, at this very moment, yeah. Do you have Commander Ahsoka Tano? That's a question. You do have Cat. Do you have Wat Tambor? You do. Mandalorian. Still gotta work on an OG bow. You can't compare trash GLs versus true Sith Lords. So you're saying is Leia over Kenobi. It's tough because your Kenobi farm looks kind of close too. What are you missing for Kenobi? Yoda needs to be Relegate. That's not the end of the world. You already have Cat. The thing is with Leia, you still get more value with Leia because she has a assault battle that gets you material. Kenobi is a good GL, but you're just getting an extra team with him. At least with Leia, you're getting that extra assault battle. But I think you're close to all three. Honestly, you could do Leia, Lord Vader, and then Kenobi. To be completely honest, you are in this, like, you are close to getting all three. So, whatever you decide to do, no matter what path you decide to go for, they're all on the horizon. They're all going to be unlocked relatively one after the other. They're really just missing relic materials. Leia is good value, but they're going to perform better if you have the Rogue One Lightspeed bundle. So keep an eye if that comes back, because that's only going to amplify your Leia team. Get Leia first before JMK. You could get Leia, JMK, and Lord Vader done in under a year. I agree. I think you can get that done in like 3 or 4 months, to be honest with you. I think you can get these GLs, 1 GL per month, consecutively, to be honest. Once that Rogue One Lightspeed bundle comes back, get that Profundity. Take your Raddus to Relic 9. But I think Leia first is good. I think JMK or Lord Vader second or third is also a great option. So, we're going a little bit above time for that review. But honestly, Mike, I think that is the best path for you. No matter what you do, you're never going to have a mistake. You're doing really good. You're pretty much going to have all the GLs besides Ahsoka in this game very shortly. It's going to be a couple months. By the end of the year, I think by the end of the year, you'll have all three. Without a doubt. So, keep focusing on that. Get the 3 GLs. Work on Profundity when that Lightspeed bundle comes out. Just slowly work on your Executor to 7-star. And I think you're going to do really, really good. So, that's going to be a review, Michael. I hope that helped. Thank you to chat for also helping out with that. You guys are very insightful for that as well. So, big shout out to chat. Okay, guys, we're getting up to the last review. And honestly, if the last person's not here, we're going to move on to the next day because it's getting really late. We've been on for 3 hours. I'm getting kind of, my throat's kind of getting dry. And I got to get up early, so. Anytime, Michael, I got you. So, hold on. I just want to make sure everyone for next time about the queue. Jalen, thank you so much for hanging in, bro. Just so that everyone is aware for next time, I have a whole queue of channel members and then free to play. Or the non-channel members. I got Andy Lee, I got Atticus, I got Ben Grogu, I got Cheese, Rich. I have I Like Your Neck More, and Chris. And Chris Kenyon. Wishy-washy, I'm a masturbator. Oh, very, very clever. You got me. So, that's the cue for next time. I think I'm going to call it. I'm getting, my freaking throat is dying. Colacho and Beachy, I'm last in the queue. I don't think I have your name in here. I don't think I see you're in here. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be it. I think I have a whole thing for next time. I have a whole channel members thing that we're going to get to, so I am freaking dying. Now's the perfect time to start the free-to-play alt. Oh my god. That was a good roster review stream. That was a good roster review stream. Tomorrow, we're going to have the Grand Arena. If I can get to some, I will. I'll try my very best. If not, we're going to do a separate roster review day to make sure I can get through all of them. So, oh, on Discord for the non-members. Oh, I got you. Okay. I didn't know what you meant. Let me put you in the non-channel member queue. Alright. And your name is Colacho and Beachy. Alright, I got you in the non-member queue. That's going to be very hard to get through. I'm going to be honest. I have a lot of members. It's just not very likely I'm going to be able to get to those non-member queues, guys. But I will try my very best. Thank you to everyone that tuned in today. Kuro Nico-chan, always a pleasure to see you. Always love seeing everyone's familiar face. Tomorrow night, Grand Arena stream. Get ready for it. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me. You guys are great. Thank you to everyone that donated. Channel members, all you guys that support me on Twitch Prime. Likes the videos, watches the videos, views it. That is the best way to support me, guys. You guys really make this possible for me. So, thanks again. Thank you for all that tuned in tonight. You guys are amazing. May the force be with you all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night for some Grand Arena. Peace.